ready to begin. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Let's see here. Adjust some stuff on my end here real quick. Let's put it right there. Let's open. There it is. All right, so there's me on that window, and where's the other me? I guess I would have to do that. Okay, so there. Move these guys around and let's switch over to here. There we go. How's it going, everybody? What's up? What up? What up? Ironically, I just repurchased this game on Steam and I'm currently replaying it as we speak. That's a great way. That's unironically a fantastic idea, because I talk about this like not like every once in a while, but every now and again this game will come up in like casual-ish conversation. Well, what up, Tango? Is this a new challenge? Yeah, so we we fucking died last time. So as a oh, let me get the right screen open here on the vertical. There we go. All right. So, as a brief recap, for everybody, first of all, hey everybody, how's it going? It's me, Toshi. It's the weekend. You know what that means. Weekend stream. Let's fucking go. Baldur's Gate 3. So, where that leads into, hey, this is what the stream is. There we go. I'm still sort of tinkering with my OBS a little bit. I think maybe actually no, because that still. Oh wait, where is it? Yeah, that is probably it. All right, well, I think that might be it. Let's see. Nice, new to your channel. Love your wow, excuse me. Loved your intake on Bethesda. Been locked in ever since. I try to make like good, sound, reasonable arguments with a lot of my content. I know that I'm getting a lot more both viewers and subscribers because of that. Because of a video that I uploaded like 2 weeks ago, a short that I uploaded 2 weeks ago, that like, you know, a week after it got uploaded, it hit some community and just started going like insanely viral. Like everybody started watching it all of a sudden, and fucking everybody started commenting on it, and unfortunately, not the most constructive commentary. But yeah, I usually try to come in it from a balanced perspective. There's definitely a lot of criticisms that can be levied for both sides of the argument, but yeah, just not even just like Bethesda in general, but like Bethesda specifically, but just like gaming in general. There's so many like nuanced situations in the gaming industry, and I feel like not a lot of people really, because we've also talked about it before. There's so many fucking there's so many situations where it's either like this is like the worst thing ever or the greatest thing ever, and there's not as much nuance in the conversations anymore. It's never like, oh, you know, this game might not have been like the greatest thing ever, but like it wasn't awful. It's like, no, you have to hate it. I can't tell you how many comments I've gotten specifically were like, oh my god, you said that like Avowed, because they all, like, a lot of the comments focus specifically on like Avowed, right? They're like, oh my god, you think that Avowed was underwhelming corporate shill? And it's like, I mean, yeah, like it wasn't absolute trash, but there's a lot of people out there who just have like the highest of highest expectations, or are just looking for the tiniest reasons to fucking trash anything and everything. It's fucking sad. In a Palpatine voice, good. Your videos have made you stronger. They really have. I saw a comment that was left today that What did it say? It said something along the lines of, it was actually kind of funny. Well, actually, no, I'm thinking of a different comment I saw. That one was, let me see here. I wanna make sure I'm representing commentary properly. Oh no, yeah, I was misremembering. That guy said, for whatever reason, said something about the Odyssey, and it's like, what? Oh god, yeah. There's I don't want to go into it because I feel like I end up talking a lot. I've talked a lot about the comment section on that video specifically. But like, yeah, it's crazy. But I think there was somebody who was all like, oh, like, fucking, I don't even see anymore. Oh, well, anyway, doesn't matter. Hey, bro, how you doing? How's your day? My day's been pretty good so far. My neighbors across the street were actually going to do a like a trash run, like, you know, take a whole bunch of like bigger things to the dump, and it was kind of funny because they're all like, oh, you know, we'll start like we're gonna take our stuff, and then, you know, we see that you got some stuff, so we can, you know, we can grab those two, throw them in the van, and then, you know, take them all out of here at the same time. And so I'm in here, like, working and stuff. And I'm waiting for, like, I got a text message from them, like, hey, we're doing our stuff. And then we'll come over and, like, you know, get your stuff too. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know, just, like, text me, message me, call me, you know, whatever. Let me know, and I'll come out and help and stuff. And then, like, an hour and a half goes by, and I'm just kind of like, man, they must be really doing like a whole lot over there. And then I go out into the living room and I look outside, like, to their house, and I see that the truck's gone. And I'm like, huh, maybe they're doing, like, maybe they had like more stuff than they thought, and they went to go do their stuff first, and then they're gonna come back and get my stuff because they said they would. Okay. And then I go to take something out to the trash, and because it was like an old chair and like an old bed frame and stuff like that. And because that's like right next to the trash, I go out and I take a look at it. I go to throw something away in the outside trash can, and all the stuff was next to the outside trash can. And I get out there and I see that it's all gone. So they literally just rolled in, took the stuff, didn't bother messaging me or anything, and then just like took it all and just took it to the dump. And I'm like, well, fuck, now I feel kind of bad because, like, I was home and I was finna help, but they just took the initiative and just like, we'll just grab it all. It doesn't matter. I'm like, well, son of a bitch. Oh, God. But yeah, so that was kind of funny. But yeah, I was just kind of in the headspace of like, all right, I got something going on later. I got to kind of be like, you know, aware of that, try to keep myself productive for like the right now. And then whenever they're ready to do that, just be ready for that. And then I never actually had to be ready for that because they just grabbed him. I feel bad. Hell yeah, free dump haul. I know, right? Especially since, like, again, it's like, you know, bigger things. Like, it's not stuff that you can just like realistically just, you know, throw in the trash. It's furniture and like larger things. And like, well, this has to be a dump run. But yeah, that's been most of what my day was like leading up to. And then like after it happened, it's like, okay, I guess I now have to figure something else out. Okay. But you know, I did some stuff to keep me busy. And now it's streamy time. So let's go over real quickly what we are doing here. So for anybody who is new to the stream, first and foremost, welcome. I am follower Toshi. I make Fallout. I say I make Fallout related content. Most of my content these days is short form. I've been fucking failing hard at making long form content. Which is a bummer because I have like all these ideas for like long form videos. I'm just so fucking ADHD, and I'm all like, okay, well, I got these ideas, and then it's the fucking making it part. You know what I did to keep busy? What'd you do to keep busy, Zam? Tell me, inform me, fill my brain with your knowledge. But so like, I do long form content. It's just been a fucking hot minute since I've done that, because I always seem to get fucking sidetracked by some project or another. I've been doing a lot of short form content, falling into the news spin content feed, and you know, streaming and this, that, and the other thing. But yeah, I got all the hottest takes on all the most recentest news. I made paint mandatory overtime today. Oh, was that today? Shit. Well, at least you didn't have to be there for forever. You got no, I guess maybe this would be like the regular-ish time that you were out, but either way, I guess decent paycheck, right? But where's the fucking document? I have a document for all this. Oh yeah, there it is. So basically what this is, it was 6 hours instead of the usual 9. That's not too shabby. Like 6 hours is still like a pretty decent shift, but yeah, knocked back from 9. Woo! Now we're cooking. Where is it? It's not opening here. Is it down here? Oh yeah, here it is. There we go. Okay. Whoops. Shit. Bloop. All right. So here's the skinny. This is not your average, everyday, run-of-the-mill Baldur's Gate 3 run, right? This is a Bauldlock run, similar to like a Pokemon Nuzlocke run, right? The general concept is you play on honor mode. It is permadeath, so if a companion dies, that's it. They're gone forever. No, barrelmancy, no exploits, anything like that. If the Tav dies, well, so what? I guess actually that's more so of like an optional rule, but there's if the general concept is if the Tav dies, then the entire run is done, right? It's all gone. There is a balance wherein the Tav can be brought back to life at the exchange of sacrificing another party member. That way, you can continue the run. As far as like those are the core rules, right? Very similar to a Pokemon Nuzlocke run. The near universal rules, more so the ones that, from what I've seen from people, sort of, because this isn't really like a big thing in the same way that like a Nuzlocke run is, right? But it is, it does have like, a niche community around it. But generally, the agreed upon rules are no mods outside of, like, I have mods on here, but it's one that allows for all party members to be brought, and then a dice one for like the dice color, and then to balance out the larger party, more enemies in specific locations and more like unique encounters and stuff like that, more things to fight basically. But generally no mods. Healing cannot be done during combat. You can still use healing spells and potions outside of combat, but you cannot heal during combat. Also, there is no multi-classing and no respecking. So whatever your companion is, that's what they are. There's no, going Sorlock build or Paladin Warlock, or not Warlock, Sorcerer. None of that. You got a monoclass, and whatever you make, that's it for the entire run. More so optional rules is no escaping battle, and there is no you cannot use hirelings. However, I have added a caveat to that specifically because in a Pokemon Nuzlocke run, you have a higher chance of survivability, specifically because you are able to get more Pokemon, right? There's a limited number that you can get because you're only allowed to get like one per route effectively. That's the rule. But to balance that conceptually, in this challenge run, the I've written in the stipulation that we can get hirelings. However, they can only be. So here's the concept. Run with me on this one. This might get a little odd sounding. There are a total of 10 companions. Let me see if I can remember them all. I mean, I do, but I gotta. My memory has to connect to my brain and then tell my brain what mouth to say. So it's Shadowheart, Lae'zel, Gale, what was it? Astarion, son of a bitch. Will, Karlach, Halsin, Jaheira, and then what is it? Minx and Minthara. That's it. That's all 10 of them. However, we are only guaranteed to get 7 of them, which are all the first ones. So Halsin, Jaheira, Minthara, and Minx, we are not guaranteed to get. So I haven't like actually properly written down, but I have it in my head here. We can get all of the companions and have them on the same party at the same time, right? But if those companions start dying in an excess that brings us below the origin cap, so just the origin companions, again, the first 6 or 7, that becomes our new cap, and we can replenish that by specifically using hirelings. That way it gives us a little, again, survivability, a higher likelihood of getting all the way to the end of the playthrough, if that's even doable, I guess, because so far we've had a very bad run of luck. But so generally no hirelings, but that is sort of like the caveat, just to make it a little bit easier to get farther on in the run. What about summons like us? I haven't seen any rules against summonings. I feel like maybe once, right, I saw like a rule that had some sort of limitation on summonings, but I haven't seen any others, and I haven't run across that rule again. So I'm going to say that summonings like us, and then conjurations I forget what the name is, but like the elemental spirits that druids can summon, right? I am going to say that those are fine, because specifically there is an action economy associated with them. With summons like us and Scratch, there we go, I couldn't remember the name for a second. I'm in good spirits, and I am not energized, but I'm awake. But it's also just kind of been like a weird day, because I was sort of like, again, waiting around for a little bit. So it's I'm just in sort of like a more floaty headspace, but I'm all set. I'm good. But so yeah, characters like those, like summon specifically like us and Scratch, I feel as if those are fine, because they're not like exceptionally powerful, right? I would say that like the elemental summons toe that line a little bit more, but because they require a spell slot in order to summon, I feel like it's more acceptable to use those because there's an actual direct cost. Plus, it's a spell. It seems like it would be kind of weird to say like, hey, we can't use you can't use this specific spell because it gives you like a plus 1 to your party or whatever. The healing thing specifically during combat, that kind of makes a little bit of sense, right? And then like not being able to use like revival spells if a party member dies, that also makes sense because that adheres to the permadeath model. But yeah, as far as like summons and stuff like that, I haven't seen any rules against it. If any of you guys find any, we can definitely take that into consideration, because I don't really use summons myself anyway. More so, I think at one point I was under the assumption that if I brought in a summon and that summon died, that like the character would just be dead forever. Pretty sure that's not actually the case. But yeah, I never really ran that risk. And I never really like needed to use it in general, because I always ran in like, you know, the full unlocked party. So it was like, okay, the only time I've ever needed to summon, like, you know, use summons or spells that summon additional creatures was when I was fighting Raphael, because oh boy, that dude's got hands. that is a rough fight. Yeah, so goddamn. And then just to sort of like end it off here so we can like get back into the game. The rules for increased difficulty. Again, a lot of this is sort of like, you know, floaty, not really like set in stone, but like based on like Nuzlocke rules and trying to find like a similar sort of balance there. Increased difficulty are optional, but you know, create a more difficult challenge. There's specifically 2, it says 3, but like these 2 are basically the same thing. Long rest only after boss fights. So you think like, you know, the Hag, or like, I always forget the name, that Knoll boss, up on the Risen Roads, the Void Spider, we're talking like Act 1 guy specifically, stuff like that, right? Those I think would mostly be considered like boss monsters. And then, the other one is you can't buy anything from vendors. You can only sustain your party off of what you find in the woods. I think I'm not. I kind of want to do the vendor thing, right? Because that kind of sounds neat. But it also like leans into what I usually do as far as playthroughs, because I don't really like buy a whole lot of stuff. You know, every once in a while I'll probably buy like a scroll. I think mostly I've just gotten too comfortable to having like, you know, a large party with me. I need to try to actually play this game like legit, no mods, with a party of 4, and just get my ass handed to me over and over until I actually learn how to play it like a competent individual. But mostly those are the rule sets as I have written them out, and to me anyway seems to be balanced. So we probably won't be adhering to this long rest after boss fight thing, but there will probably be I'll probably go like as long as I can between long rests, just to, you know, again add that additional layer of challenge. And then the vendor thing I'll also probably adhere to. Let me move this guy up there, and let me close this, and let me get the right screens back on here. Okay, so we got the game screen there. Give it a second. We're on horizontal there. Okay. I know we aren't there yet. This is just a recommendation. This is your character after all, but Drow might be a good choice. So I've already created a character for this run. But sell me on the Drow real quick. What do you got for the Drow? Because I'll spoil it here. And I went with which one is it? An Amadeus Tiefling. For the character that I have in mind specifically for this run. But as far as like the Drow go, especially since I'm going for, because we're doing this run a little bit differently. Originally, what I was doing is I was doing a bard, right? I was doing a bard because in my mind it was like, okay, I'm already gonna have a whole bunch of companions. So what I want my character to be in charge of is like, you know, skill checks, speech checks. I'm the face of the party. So that's what I want my focus to be on. Unfortunately, bards are really fucking squishy and die super easy. So I was looking at like different options that mostly focus on like charisma, because even if we don't like hyper focus on it, hyper focus on speech checks and skills checks and stuff in the same way that a bard does, having a high charisma is definitely going to be like the better option, right? It's going to still keep that speech focused kind of character, but because combat wise we are also attuned to our charisma, it's a win-win. It works out. Plus chat last stream really sold me on the Hexblade Warlock, so I'm kind of leaning towards that as like a balance between what is it? Between, you know, the speech check, charisma check stuff, and the like survivability, basically. What's your go-to race and class? My go-to class, I have found more often than not, is Paladin. I find Paladin to be, it's also that same sort of combination of like I usually play a defensive character. I feel like I'm a lot better in sort of like a tankier role. I haven't really tried out a lot more of like directly aggressive roles, like, you know, like monks or fighters or anything like that. I've tinkered around with sorcerers as spellcasters a little bit, but I find it more comfortable in like a direct tactile thing, right? With a lot of spellcasters, there's a lot of like setup, right? A lot of, you know, tactical thinking and stuff. And while I'm good at that, I also find it to be a lot more, not like a drag, but like it feels slower, right? It doesn't, I don't know. Maybe I just haven't had enough time to like actually play with it. But I feel like it's a good defensive. It's easy to use as a combat role. And the fact that it has like, you know, additional like healing spells and stuff like that, that also just seems like a smart investment, regardless. And then as far as like my go-to race, Dragonborn. I like being a big lizard. What can I say? It's one of those ones where it's like I feel like Dragonborn, maybe not like the worst race, but like definitely not like the most optimal for most, but they definitely win in the rule of cool, so that's a win. Okay, let me double check something here real quick. Let me see here. Toshi is an IRL lizard person confirmed. Damn straight. That's why I play as a lizard, because it is really me. I'm not like, and it's not like I'm a humanoid lizard or anything, right? I'm literally just like a normal sized house lizard. Like not even something like crazy. Like I'm not like a Gila monster or a fucking a Komodo dragon. I'm literally just like a regular sized gecko. Okay, we're gonna wait until the ad's done here. We got a little notification thing for Twitch ads. We got about 5 seconds left. Ding dong, ding dong dong. Welcome back. Okay. Let's see. Good spells at level 3 and 5. Fairy Fire and Darkness. Okay, Darkness is pretty fair. You can cast these once per long rest. And on level 5 on Warlock, you can get another Invocation, which you can go for Devil Sight, See in the Dark, and through Magical Darkness. That is pretty solid, because What I was thinking with the Tiefling, because the Tieflings have dark vision already. Oh, they have superior dark vision. Okay, advantage on saving throws, being charmed. Okay, that's not too bad. Proficiency with rapiers, swords, and hand crossbows. Ah, fuck. Yeah, because it was mostly because of the hellish resistance thing, which gives me it gives me resistance to fire, so I only take half damage from it. But now that you say that, Drow does actually sound pretty badass. I'm not as big a fan of Dancing Light. There's what is it? We go, yeah. So I like Produce Flame a lot more than Dancing Light because, well, aside from it being the fact that you can like throw this little fireball and that's kind of funny, it's basically just like a torch that you don't have to have like equipped as like a weapon or an item. It just looks a lot cooler when you just summon like a candle in the palm of your hand. That's pretty funny. But then like you know, Dancing Lights, yeah, sure. But then like the where is it? The again, like the race features, like the weapon proficiency, the superior dark vision, that's pretty huge. And then the advantage or the advantage against being charmed, that's not bad. That is decently solid. And if you go with Shadow build, you get an advantage. Oh, Shadow Blade. You get an advantage in dim light and darkness. That's pretty solid. That's not bad. I might go with I think I might end up going with Drow, which is kind of funny because I specifically intentionally made like a whole thing, like a whole character after we finished up yesterday's or last week's stream, and then I was like, okay, I can just hop on in and you know, get straight to it. But now it's like, oh fuck, chat does bring up a pretty solid point. Yeah, I think we might have to do that. Drow. Chat's saying Drow. What do you guys think? Drow? Should we go with Drow? Because I also don't. I mean, like again, I don't know. The funny thing with the races is like primarily, right? Primarily, they're not really like a big factor in creating characters, right? It's usually just like flavor, like, oh, I want to play as like a dwarf, or I want to play as like a fucking half orc and stuff, right? They do obviously have like specific things, like I think I forget which one it is. I want to say it's dwarf. It's either dwarf or like, no, it's not halfling. It's either dwarf or no. I can't remember which one, but there's like, oh no, it's human. Yeah, human is like generally in Baldur's Gate 3 specifically is like generally considered to be like the worst race. Not because their bonuses or anything are bad, but because like, you know, compared to other races, they're just not as powerful. But I don't really go for that as an option. I go for Rule of Cool, and fucking Big Dragon is always fucking cool as shit. But then like I have looked at like some of the other ones, like, you know, I definitely see the benefits of like Tiefling specifically because you get that natural resistance to fire. That's pretty cool. And then like Githyanki specifically, that they're like perfectly attuned for like monks, right? And fighters and shit, and that's pretty badass. And I've like looked at Drow like a little bit, but it kind of really starts to get, again, not meaningless, but less important than, you know, class or like attribute stats and stuff like that. But I mean, if you guys want us to go with the drow, I can definitely go with the drow. I'm pretty sold on like the weapon training, and then like superior dark vision specifically. You can see in the dark up to 24 meters. That's huge. That's gigantinorphous. That's banana ham sandwiches. Dark elves rule, hell yeah. Nope, shit. Humans or gnomes. Yeah, as far as like the quote unquote worst race, humans were nerfed compared to D&D version. Yeah, I heard like specifically. I don't remember what it was in D&D, but like humans have something in D&D specifically that is just like it's the thing that makes them worth playing, and it's just not a thing in Baldur's Gate 3. Like, they literally just removed that one thing, and it completely took away the entire advantages that humans had as a race. Are you doing a good, evil, or chaotic run? So here's the interesting thing about that. I'm not focused on doing any kind of specific alignment run, because literally the entire focus of this of a Bauldlock is just to make it to the end. So I've on my personal playthrough, I've been focusing specifically on like, you know, because I'm playing a paladin, on doing like, you know, the good guy options and stuff like that, doing all that shit. Mostly so I can make that my first run, and then I can do a dirge run after that. But that is an interesting question. So I guess this is more so. So again, I have gotten all the way up to like right before entering the upper city, right? So I feel like I've done like at least 80% of this game. So there's not going to be a whole lot that's going to spoil me. But anybody who is engaged with the game longer than me, what do you think as far as like exploration and stuff like that? Maybe not exploration, but I guess more so like content versus easeability. Is it going to be easier for us to go with like a good run or an evil run? And when we compare that to how much content we can get out of the game, what's the balance there? What do you guys think? Should we go for is it going to be easier to do like an evil run, or is it easier to do a good run? Because like I said, I haven't done like an evil run, so I'm just a little I'm a little out of practice on that. That's that there. That's that there. Okay. D&D, there was variant human that gets a feat at level 1. Yeah, I think that's what that was. Like it's a free feat like right off the back. Neutral, do what's best for your survival. And that's kind of what I'm asking. Like neutral, like I guess that's also a big question, like, because I've never done like a neutral playthrough. I've only done like primarily a paladin build, so it's been like good run the entire way. So I guess I gotta like relearn how to be a more bad guy kind of character. Wrathful Smite. I don't know if Wrathful Smite is as good as Hellish Rebuke. I feel like Hellish Rebuke is solid, but it's like a reaction thing. But it is sort of like a free attack. Yeah, I'll get that one. And then prevents target from using reactions. Maybe I should do Arms of Hadar. Yeah, I'll do Arms of Hadar. Just to have it. Until long. That's also pretty good. Okay. I'll take off Shield, Armor of Agathis, and then Arms of Hadar. I feel like that's a pretty solid bonus. Got it. Try Oath. Wow. Try Oath Broken Dirge later. I've kind of kicked around the idea of that. I like accidentally a broken oath paladin when I was like originally starting, right? But then as far as like a dirge run, I don't know, because it is that I'm either thinking like again, I guess maybe more so just because I'm trying to do something that's not paladin, because again I feel like I always fall into that as like the default. So for my dirge, or at least my next run as far as it relates to dirge, I'm thinking of doing sorcerer, because I also kind of want to fuck around with sorcerer a little bit, because I heard from what I've read up and stuff like that, which again, it sounds as if I am completely like brand new to the game. I am not. I have like over 500 hours in this game. Like I said, I've gotten like almost all the way to the end of the game. But as far as sorcerer goes, from what I've read and like the statistics and stats around it, it seems as if sorcerer is like quote unquote the strongest class. Again, not objectively, but like most people agree that it's the strongest one. Cantrips I would do for EB are either booming blade or friends. Hold on a real quick second. I want to turn this on. So I'm also fucking noticing this. Like, this is so weird. Okay, so check this out. I don't know what it is, if it's because of like a mod I have installed or whatever, but like I go to pick a background, right? And let's I guess Sage. Will it do it with Sage? Hold on. Okay, so get deception, intimidation, stuff like that. Okay, so I turn that off. That does nothing. But I'm on Guild Artisan, which is usually the one that I go for, because you get a bonus proficiency in persuasion, right? And as far as like charisma checks and stuff, that's usually what I go for, like as default, right? That's my go-to as far as like speech checks. But so then I got that, and then I go to abilities, and I go to skill proficiency, right? And I do that, and here's all the stats and everything, right? Here's all the skill checks and stuff like that. 5 in deception, 5 in intimidation, 3 in performance, 3 in persuasion. Dope, sick. I don't really want to do intimidation, so I would probably take intimidation and put that in like, religion or history or maybe investigation, something along those lines. So I go down here, right? Deception 5, intimidation 5, performance 3, persuasion 5. And then I click on the intimidation button, and now all of a sudden my persuasion is 3. It took 2 persuasion away. And it's like, what the fuck? Why did it do that? And it doesn't like put it back. It just removes those numbers. But I already have proficiency with persuasion, so it's not like I can put those back in. So for some reason, it just takes 2 points off of persuasion for literally no reason. It's so weird. Sorlock Dirge is a good blend. I've heard that Sorlock is like the best, if not one of the best, multi-classes. Rookie numbers, I have 80 days in this game. What is 80 days in hours? Let me see. Almost 2,000 hours. Yeah, that sounds about right. What is my current actual? My current actual playtime is 636 hours. So yeah. Is it still City Skylines, or is it Civ 6? It might be Civ 6. Oh, that's 7. No, it's still City Skylines. Yeah, my most played game is City Skylines with 1,600 hours. I played the fuck out of City Skylines. but yeah, anyway, I don't know why that does that. That's so weird. And it only does, what is there? Okay, so hold on. So noble, history, and persuasion. Let me see. Okay, persuasion. Wait, what? From class. Oh, okay, yeah. So, okay, it's still persuasion. So if I do deception, it still does for perception. Why is it doing that? What the hell? Why is it taking away my I mean, like, deception, for this to be deception, that's okay, sure, that would actually probably make a little bit more sense. I would actually probably want to go with the noble background instead of guild artisan. But then, like, I don't know, insight. Hold on, where's insight? Okay, insight 2. Because insight, I think, is one of the better ones, like compared to history. Well, no, history. Insight. Okay, hold on. Okay, so insight is 0. History. Insight. Which is better, insight or history? I feel, because insight is gonna make it easier for like random speech rolls where it's like, oh, you realize something during this conversation, right? I've had like 4th playthroughs but never fully completed a game. Yeah, that's the you might be surprised to hear this, Ted. You might not, actually. The vast majority of players who have like played this game in like a serious consideration have not actually completed the game. Like have not completed the full story. Present company included. I got close, but then I had to fucking reset my computer and it didn't save the backup, so I lost like 100-hour save. I was so pissed. For stats, focus on charisma and constitution. Then put dex on 14. Okay, so that's just 1 on dex. Plus 2 with medium armor. That's the highest the dex can be added. Are you talking about like doing that with like when leveling or like right now? Insight. Okay, so guild artisan would be the way to go. Okay, let me do that just to shake it up a little bit. Okay, cool. 5, 3. Yeah, and then 2. Okay, that's good. That's good. Right now? Okay. Okay. Focus on charisma and constitution. Put dex at 14. So just like swap these two around. 14 and then charisma 16. If you want to min-max. No, yeah, like, because we can't respec. So starting us off here specifically and doing any sort of like stat changes and adjustments and stuff like that would be like, you know, again, like the idea, like the best way to do it. Charisma 18, 19, Constitution 16. So as far as the assignments, so we're like Constitution 16. Put Dex at 14. Okay, so what? Here, let me do this. Because there's a. Okay, this isn't the website. There's a website that I've been to. Oh yeah, here it is. There's a website that I've been to a couple of times that will do like that has like, oh, like these are the best like these are the best builds for you know whatever class or whatever kind of like combo you're trying to do in Baldur's Gate 3, and they usually have like a full like built out thing that also includes like, you know, oh, it's the best race, and then like the starting stats and stuff like that. What does it actually say the best race for a warlock is? Just a regular warlock, not anything. Well, wait, blade lock? That hexblade? Oh no, there's hexblade. Okay, let me see here real quick. Wow, it actually doesn't have like a race preference. Usually they have like a preference, like this is what you want as like the start, right? As like, you know, this is like the most optimal thing. Game strategy? Yep. I mean, I mispronounced it. It's not game strategy, but that's the basic. Let's see. Okay. So let's see. Strength 8. Okay, so dexterity 16. Let me set that right there for now. Constitution. Okay, so intelligence at 8. And then charisma, and then that's 17. Okay, so I feel like it's gonna be that, and then dexterity 16. Yeah, there we go. Like this. Good stuff. I use them for BG3 and Cyberpunk. Yeah, I kind of like accidentally onto them in for BG3. But I'm like looking at it and stuff, and like there's probably like a couple of things, right? Like a couple of builds where it's like something specific about the build, and it's like, I think I'll actually tweak this in that direction or this direction, you know, something like that. But yeah, for the most part, pretty good, pretty solid. Let me see here real quick. And there's not going to be like a major difference between like a Salandrian drow and a Lothsworn drow. I mean, I guess narratively, the Salandrian drow are more like the good guys, because Loth is like evil. Loth marks her followers with bright red eyes, so those in the Underdarks will learn to fear them on sight. Yeah. So this would be like the bad guy sub-race. Maybe not like bad guy, but like, you know. Salandrian drow can be found seeking allies from all over Faerun, aiming to settle their conflict with Loth and each other by any means necessary. Yeah, so this would be more of like a neutral one. Let's see. Okay, so that's that. Roleplay stuff mostly. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. I'll probably go with the Salandrian drow. Moth. Okay, so we got that. Okay. All right, well, I guess I gotta build the face now. Let's see what we got here. This one's not bad. Maybe like this one or the first one. Oh. Yeah. I started my BG1 playthrough. Baldur's Gate 1. Whoa, you're playing with the old school shit. That's crazy. Because I've seen, like, you know, screenshots and stuff from the first game, and the first game is antiquated. It's like playing the first two Fallout games today. About the... Can't imagine. Well, I guess it will, actually. Kind of. A little bit. Not really, though. It's basically the same thing. I'll probably stick with this one. Yup. Yeah. What's it like? How's it playing? How does it play? do like these. These kind of, you know what? These kind of actually do for like a warlock. These actually kind of do go a little hard. It leans into that like occult aspect. Because what I did with the tiefling is I went with like more of like a gentle giant kind of thing, right? Because everything else in terms of like the warlock classes and stuff like that, all seem to be like I made the pact with the devil and stuff like that, which like yeah, sure. But with the Hexblade, it seems slightly different, but it still has an occultish vibe to it, right? So I went with more of like, oh, he was like, a simple farm boy, who just, you got, fucking made a deal with like a sword devil or some shit, and now is like, a Hexblade dude. But with a Loth, or not Loth, what was it again? Wow. Sledriane, whatever, with a drow, it's a little bit different of a backstory. I feel like, and maybe not inherently, but I feel like a drow should probably lean a little bit more into like the actual like occult pack kind of thing, right? Especially if it's like, since this one is like, oh, or this like subclass, right, is all like, oh, I want to like, defeat the spider queen or the spider god and shit like that. And it's like, well, part of that is going to be like, becoming more powerful. And it's like, I became tied to a fucking weapon demon, so that I can become strong and shit like that, probably change the hair. I'm not gonna lie, chat. The Baldur's Gate 3 like default character customization stuff, not super great, in my opinion. Not the best. It's not terrible, but it's not great. But then, when you compare it to the entire rest of the entire game, it kind of seems innocuous. Dreadlocks. Maybe I'll go with the short hair. I mean, it doesn't technically matter. Oh, maybe I'll go with like highlight. Highlight. Nah. At least not that one. What did I have before? I had like orange. It was like orange and black. No, it was green and brown? I can't remember what Leaf had. Remember the elf that we had, the wood elf that we had before? Pink. Let's go blue. Let's be a blue-haired liberal. Let's fucking go. I don't know if I'll go. I don't know if I'll go dyed-haired on this one. I'll just go straight white. Yellow. Yeah, we'll just go white. Gray. Yeah. Natural, that's good. Okay. Let me see what else we got as far as hairstyles. Just want to run through them again real quick, like. That's the one that we originally had there. Yeah, I think we'll just stick with this one and call it good. Cool. All right. Or maybe we should go with a female character. What do you guys think? Should we fucking get? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. There's no benefit to it one way or the other. So it's like, fuck it. I got like a fucking, just like a list of potential names here. Let's go with. I do kind of like this one. Let's go with this one. Mix it up, combo a little bit. I mean, I guess this is more a bit of a serious run. We are doing a Bauldlock run, so we're trying to, you know, we're trying to be a force to be reckoned into with. Let me see here real quick. I don't think, no, yeah, pretty. Get yourself eyeliner. Let's go. Make our eyes pop. I think we're good. Alright. Oops. No, okay, we're good. Bloop. It's random. I can't remember that one awesome name I thought of for our character a while back. We gotta write those things down, especially if they're like awesome, because that's what like 90% of the Dungeons and Dragon universe is, right? Just rule of cool. 100%. All right. Usually I have like a concept for these. Let's do a random one. Let's do. If Loft female, other one male. Yeah, I think it's because if we're going for like, you know, diversity on this, having our guardian be female would make the most sense. Okay, we're gonna do a randomization thing. Chat, pick a random number between 1 and 10, and whatever that number is, that's gonna be how many times we spin the dice here and see what we end up with. Also, I apologize for any crunching sounds. I got, what did I got here? I got, it's like a sort of like artisan popcorn. It's caramel corn popcorn, but instead of being caramel flavored, it's s'mores flavored, which means it's caramel corn, but it's got some of the chunks have marshmallow on them, some of the chunks have chocolate in them, and then there's like a little bit of graham cracker mixed in there too. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's pretty solid. I mean, my current dirge is called Gigius Chaticus. That's fair. That's fair. You remember? Atticus Kane. That's pretty good. That's a good one. That's a pretty solid one. That is a solid name. I'm not going to lie. I can't remember. I probably have like took it down in like notes somewhere. But I had one for a dirge as well. I can't remember what the name was, but the basic idea was like, the first name was like the Roman word for gold or something like that, or a Roman word for gold, something along those lines. And it was supposed to like play into like, you know, ice, gold, you know, violence, stuff like that, because it was like a dirge run character. I can't remember what the name was, but I remember it was pretty banging. But then I ended up going something slightly different that was actually a little bit more banging. But we did a number, so first person who types a number between 1 and 10 in the chat, that's what we use. That's the number we're going to use, and how many times we're going to randomize the appearance here. 7, boom, got it. I got 616 hours in this. My first character ever was called Cheese Wizard. Shit went to hell. God, that run was a mess, and it didn't finish it. Yeah, you're not outside of good company on that one. 7. Yep. My honor mode character was a hot pink wood elf named Bubbles. He was a hexblade. Hell yeah. All right. We're going to roll this 7 times, and we're going to see what we get here. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Okay. All right. An orc works. Orc is pretty solid. I don't know if I'm in love with this specific skin tone, but I do like the I do like the scarring here. That's pretty badass. I'd probably do, let's see. Makeup. I'd probably make the tint maybe a little bit more this. Like still purple, but like a little bit darker of a shade. And then skin tone, I would probably also make a little bit more darker. Yeah, kind of something like this. Something a little bit more like bronze, bronze associated. But now I'm kind of thinking makeup, like maybe more of like a plum. Nah, that doesn't pop as much. I feel like this has a little bit more pop to it. Yeah. And then hairstyle's fine. This looks pretty decent. Hairstyle and hair color, yeah, this is fine. Alright, yeah. Let's do it. I doubt we're even ever actually going to get to her, but you know. Bubbles died, but Bubbles 2 ended up finishing what Bubbles started. Hell yeah. Dubs in the chat for Bubbles 2. Alright. Third run, and we're actually going to survive this one this time. Let's fucking speed this along. Okay. Yep.
My head. Best be on my way.
Get the fuck out of here. We gotta grab one or two things. Grab this onyx. This rune slate isn't gonna have anything like interesting on it, but I usually just read it to read it.
A nautiloid hurtling through the plains, resplendent with psionic energy.
Treasure here. Good. What's gonna do? One? Yeah, sure. That's fine. Because then we go over here and we either succeed or lose. Investigation. Well, we're gonna take damage either way, because regardless of whatever we roll, we're still
nothing more than meets the eye.
Still gonna reach for it.
I feel better.
I'd pick up a weapon from a dead body if I were you. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Swap it out for something else. It's like daggers, sure, but like, nah, it's not very good. It's not great. Gain 5 temporary hit points and deal 5 cold damage to any creature that hits you with a melee attack. Yeah, let's get this going.
Images of goblins, their habits and
Goblins.
histories flash into
Goblin
your
camp smells like goblin. You can't bound a weapon outside of combat. Wait, what? You can't bound a weapon outside of combat? I can't? Are you sure about that? Because it gives me the option to bind hexed weapons. Oh, I guess maybe that would have to be like, I'd have to hex a weapon first?
A schematic of a nautiloid flashes into your mind. Nerves, sinews, as much living.
Automat is anti-cheese. That's funny. Autobot doesn't want you cheating at Baldur's Gate 3. You stop this shit right now. In combat. Okay.
Elves, dwarves, humans, and more.
Yeah, you can't bound a weapon inside combat. Yeah. So probably what I'll do is I'll yeah, because there's not really a point of doing it now since all I have is a dagger, but after we do the first fight, it'll get me a weapon of some kind, whether that be like a short sword or like an axe or something. Man or brain.
Remove us from this body.
Investigations.
Free us.
I got a 9. Big ripperoni.
Apart from this strange context, you notice nothing unusual about
Probably
the brain.
yeah, dexterity. Rip it. Bloop.
The brain lifts from the skull. But you
Yeah, the creature. Hello, us.
Do you not hear nothing for me?
What should I call you? Yes. Alright. Let's go, big gamer. Get your big gamer pants on. I never learned to enjoy a warlock or a druid or whatever. I don't know. I always default to bard, rogue, paladin, fighter, or wizard. I mean, like, I'm kind of the same. I'm usually one who's more inclined towards like skill checks and stuff like that, speech checks. So I'll always either go for, like, again, paladin, because I know I can make speech check stuff work with paladin, even though a paladin isn't, like, you know, speech check focused. Let's get the drink wilder. Delicious, hydrating agua.
This is your end.
I have to close the thing here and open it back up real quick. Hold on. But yeah, so I usually also kind of default to, like, you know, speech, like skill check characters. So bard is a real easy default. But I don't know. I don't get as much, like, combat enjoyment out of playing as a bard. So I usually default to something that is adjacent to speech check stuff, but can be a little bit more combat present. So usually for me, that's going to be a paladin. I feel like warlock is going to be also sort of like a gooder option in that regard, specifically because they are also, like the bard, attuned to charisma, but the spells and abilities they also use are also tuned to charisma. So there's a little bit more of a bonus in offensibility and defensibility with that specifically. And the Hexblade, from what I've been told, seems as if it's a better, it's better for combat survivability. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I definitely feel you there. I mean, the auto-modded message explained my experience, but I was like, hey, bards probably can talk their way out of anything. And the same with rogues, but yeah, to actually play half the classes, I just wuss out every time and take a comfort class. And, like, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I feel like when it comes to, like, rogues specifically, rogues are really, like, player-friendly characters. Like, they do focus a lot more on, you know, the stealth aspect of Baldur's Gate 3, which I feel like most players don't really try to bother with too often, which is, like, you know, fair. But then, like, if you do it right, rogues can be incredibly overpowered with getting, like, you know, sneak attacks and shit out there. Almost forgot that I set that as the almost forgot that I set that as the stretch audio. I want it to have it be like the like Morty's laugh, you know, where it's like ha 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 ha, because it looks like that's what the fucking that's what Vault Boy is doing there. But then I'm like, the Peter Griffin, like, safety dance thing is also pretty funny. I mean, it's not the safety dance, but you know what I mean. I'm stretching. Let's see. Yeah, assassin action with a good bow is just idiotically overpowered. Oh no, yeah, exactly, 100%. It's kind of the same with barbarians. Like, barbarians are also, like, really player friendly, very simple to use, not a whole lot of complexity to them, and if you, like, spec them right, they can be very powerful. All right, let's get the neck. There we go. And good. Don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it. All right. While I'm up, I'm going to take this quick opportunity to use the restroom real quick. So I will be back in 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back. Let me get to the right page here. Pop myself back up. Good, good. Let me double check something here. Let's see. Took a couple months off of the game. I forgot last time I played. I made a dirge character, a bald gith named Jimmy. That would have been a weird return. You come back and you're like, all right, what was I doing in this game? And like, oh, I would have been ridiculous. Have you seen season 9 of Rick and Morty? I haven't really. I kind of fell off Rick and Morty a couple seasons back. It was after they finished the stuff with like Evil Morty, right? Like Evil Morty went and like escaped the multiverse and shit, or at least escaped Rick's multiverse. And yeah, I don't know. It felt like a more so proper conclusion to the not like the series, but like I finished it got to that point, and I don't know. I think it was also because like around that time was also the whole like controversy stuff that Justin Roiland was being accused of, and that just made a weird feeling in the community, in the fandom in general. So like I think a lot of people just kind of like naturally sloughed off at that point, and then just yeah, you know, I mean, like I like every once in a while I'll see like clips and stuff of like the newer seasons. The whoever they got to do the voice of Morty specifically is insanely good at it. Like you fucking barely even tell a difference. But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of fell off it, you know. Like it's still probably like good. It's just I don't know. I just don't have as much interest anymore. I forgot to pick up that crossed bow. Let's get that. I probably don't have as much need for a crossbow since I have Eldritch Blast. I'll probably still use a ranged weapon just because it will allow me to use like specific weapons that have like, you know, abilities, like a bow that gives me like, isn't Titan String? Yeah, Titan String's one but that's more like strength. Isn't it so like it adds your strength modifier to your ranged attacks? Would that apply to Eldritch Blast? Because Eldritch Blast is a ranged attack. Or is it considered? Oh no, yep, I see it there. It's counted as a cantrip, so that probably wouldn't work. I always return to my Bard, Warlock, Rogue. That's a crazy combination. I could definitely see how that would work though. You probably are you primarily Bard or primarily Warlock? Because I can't see a build like that being primarily Rogue. That would be crazy. I personally feel like after you left, it improved over time, and Season 9 was really a great setup. There with the first two. Okay, yeah. Range attacked with the bow. Okay, yeah. Titan String only affects the bow. I mean, that kind of makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, so this is all good. So I want the sword, right? Yeah, okay. Sword. Perfecto. Yeah, because I can... So, let's see. Bind to your main hand weapon. Its damage becomes magical. It cannot be dropped or thrown. And you become proficient with it if you weren't already. So I probably wouldn't want to use this right now, because like I'm assuming that this is like a thing that I can turn on and off. Yeah, like this is something I can turn on and off, so I can always like re-equip a different weapon. 3 Warlock, 8 Rogue, 1 Bard for spells. 8 in the Rogue? What are you getting out of Rogue that you that it's like? What's the vision board with this character look like? Okay, so that's only during a short rest, or once per short rest. Okay. Titan String is great if you have club. Yeah, the Club of Hill Giant strength on melee. Yeah, that makes sense. Higher sneak attack Hexblade. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that checks out, because I was like, where is it? Where's this person going with this? What's the end goal here? But having it be like a sneak attack focus thing, that makes sense. That checks out. Okay. Good. Let's go over here. Let's get this just to get it. Sick.
Ship won't be able to take another dragon attack. We need to...
Ooh. I'll probably go with the rate. I'll probably just go with the scimitar. Does that make it weaker? No, just give me the... It does give me the offhand, and that is a bonus action. Yeah, let's do it. Fuck it. Dual wield. Let's go. Climb. Combo I want to try is Swashbuckler Hexblade. How do you think that's going to work? Then I either try Everburn Blade or Paladin's Blade as backup. AC 19, but level 3, though. That's pretty crazy. Level 3 with 19 AC, damn. What's happening? What are you guys doing?
Action, not reaction.
Can't get up there? Fucking climb the damn thing. Fucking idiots. Getting stuck on absolutely nothing. I guess it probably would be that, actually. You can easily get 14 depending on your wisdom. That does sound like it would be a pretty, like, like not taking advantage of, but like really playing the numbers sort of game. All right, what do we got here? Get this one. Yeah, there we go. Just take him out nice and quick. I usually go with these. I usually try to like actually fight these guys so I get the experience early on, but like, fuck it. That's fine. I'm gonna root through your backpack real quick, like. All right, I'm good.
We have no time for stragglers.
Let's go.
Ruins. You feel them drawing energy from the console near to the pod.
Are you satisfied? We need to go.
Hurry!
All right. Let's unlock this bitch. Can I do this as a warlock? I'm pretty sure I can do it as a sorcerer.
Is dormant.
Yeah, I can. Inscribe the device with the glyphs you sensed from the pod's warding runes.
The console hums to life.
You can block the path so the 2 reinforcements can't get into the command room. You know what I also just realized? Guys, I fucked up. Chat, I fucked up. Chat, I fucked up. With Hexblade Warlock, you can get mage armor for free once daily. Ooh. That's actually not too bad. I'm gonna wait till the ads finish up. And we can explain why I just fucked up. Why I fucked it up. Not Bard, Druid. Oh, it's the Warlock Rogue Druid instead of Bard. That makes more sense. Chat, I fucked up. We are actually on balanced difficulty. I forgot I opened that just specifically to have background music stuff, and completely forgot to switch it to honor mode. So we are not on honor mode. Oh, son of a bitch! God damn it. I can't believe I goofed that. Fuck. And I can't switch to honor mode. I have to start on honor mode. I could switch to tactician. But then like the downside of that specifically is like we're not being it's not being enforced that we can only do one save. And because there's some combat there's some like combat difficulty stuff between tactician and honor mode, right? Like if we went from tactician to honor mode, there would be like specific things about combat that would be less difficult, right? Isn't that the case? Like in order to get like the full proper experience, we have to be on honor mode difficulty. We can't just be on like tactician difficulty because outside of like the one save file thing, there are other difficulty things that separate tactician from honor mode, right? Mage armor wouldn't matter on a Hexblade because mage armor only works on unarmored creatures. Yep. That actually does check out there. And you don't get the owlbear daddy. You talk about Housen? No legendary actions. Okay, yeah. It's a tactician, it's harder? Yeah. Well, no, tactician isn't harder than honor mode. Honor mode is harder than tactician, but we are currently on balanced right now because I forgot to bounce out and then switch to honor mode. Check custom because I think there's stuff to turn on honor mode extras. I mean, I guess so. I guess we could do that. No, enemy aggression, it all stops at tactician. Proficiency bonus. Set that to fucking wumbo mode. No death saving throw, enemy's critical hit, disable free first strikes. Always preview dialogue, check difficulty before roll. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to just fucking... son of a bitch. What's our character's name again? That's it. Let me take that down real quick. That'll be note that. Whatever. Just recreate him. And then... 3. Diamond. 8. And then 17, and dexterity is our focus there, right? Yeah. +1, +2. All right. Honor mode uses tactician for enemy AI and your character's health. So if we just set it to tactician mode, it should all be the same. Oops, wrong one. Difficulty. Or well, we'd have to go to custom. Is there? Let's see. Setting can't be changed once the game starts. God damn it. We're not very far. We'll just do a fucking quick salty run back. God dang it. What a fool I was. Okay. Run number 4. The fucking the real one this time. All right, drow, you know, warlock, good. What did I go with before? I'm gonna accuse you of enchanting them. I don't know if I want to do friendships. I don't want to run that risk. Booming blade, on the other hand, though. Next blade. I went with you guys. Increases armor class by 5. Gain 5 temporary hit points. Ooh. Well. Only lasts 1 turn, so shield's not going to be, like, the best thing. But then Armor of Agathis lasts for the entire time. Guild Artisan, and then I don't want to do anything with that, so... There's 1? Yeah, okay, so... 13, 14, and then Intelligence. 16, 10, 7, yeah. I recommend swapping Constitution and Dex. So Dex 16, or Constitution 16 and Dexterity 14. Because +3 doesn't matter once you get medium armor, and you can't change with withers. Oh yeah, that is a good point. Okay, that's fair. Anyway, it lasts as long as you have the temp HP. Yeah, so this one. So as long as we have those 5 temporary hit points, it's gonna deal 5 cold damage to any enemy that hits me. And that's like, it lasts until the end of the until long rest, where a shield is only a quick +5 for 1 turn. And then the balance there is Hellish Rebuke, which is pretty fucking cool, because doing 20 on something that attacks you is pretty spicy. But that requires it to attack you, which is less spicy. So, yeah. No. Let's rebuild our guy here real quick. Yeah, we want that one. I think it was really easy. I think it was just the hair and then the chin stubble, or the chin scars. Was it that? No, we had the other head, didn't we? Was it this one? I think it might have been this one. Yeah, it's fine. Hex never goes away. Yeah. You can block the path so 2 reinforcements can't get into the command room if you grab all 3 chests and stack them in front of the hallway to the command room. Usually I don't really worry about the command room specifically, because literally all I'm trying to do is just grab the fucking flaming sword and then fucking dip. But that is good to know. I've usually been able to get out of there either right as they start coming in or like before they actually come in. Hellish Rebuke and Riposte are my favorite counters. They're pretty solid counters, I'm not gonna lie. I don't even lie. They're pretty good. Yeah, I'll go with this. This is fine. And then Vildrin Umbra. Or not. Copy that. Good. Alright, and then we'll go with the same as last time. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dope. Dwarf. Dwarf woman. Sure, I like her. Bloop. Let's go! Okay. Let's fucking run this shit real quick. Again. Get that going. Zip up here, grab the onyx. Silvery barb. What do you mean silver? Silvery. My D&D RAW character mentioned last week was named Umbra. Nice. Classic name.
No traps, please.
Ah, I forgot to change the voice too. Is voice something I can change in the fucking mirror? I can't remember. Not that it's a huge thing. I just always forget to do voice, you know?
This is the pool that
investigation.
I did it! Behind your eye. The casing is fragile.
I'm still gonna touch it. Kaboom. A mind flare. Ooh, a pearl.
Good.
Also, honor equals a different intro. There's a different intro for honor mode? How's it different? Tell me. Fill my brain with the knowledge inside your brain, so that our brains may fuse and become more powerful. Ah, shit. That's what the Illithids do, isn't it? They fuse brains.
Histories flash into your
Yoink.
mind.
That's just lore stuff. Yeah, I don't think there's anything like super interesting over here. It's just the tablets.
Years of humanoid history. Elves, dwarves, humans, and more.
Silvery Barb is a D&D spell that some people consider broken. It's not really broken, but it's annoying to the DM for sure. What does it do? Does it make the characters kiss in a passionate manner? That'd be pretty funny. I saw a fucking TikTok video. So this is for all the... I haven't really, like, you know, laid this out as, like, you know, I'm better than you. But I don't usually play the fucking tabletop games. I'm a different kind of fucking nerd. But I have played tabletop games before. I played the Fallout role-playing game. It's pretty cool. I liked it. But I saw a TikTok video that was... It was one of those guys that just kind of like is always sort of like, you know, theorizing and putting out different concepts for like D&D characters and stuff like that. One of them I think was like oh, like, you know, a spellcaster type, or like a druid that has like a familiar, right? A familiar in general. And it's usually like, oh, it's something cool, like a dire wolf, or like an eagle, or a fucking like big cat or something like that. But it's like, based on the time period, it's like they would most likely sort of be in like, you know, medievalish times. So like your your familiar would probably be like, you know, a farm animal, like a chicken or a sow, you know. And I thought that was really, really funny. But there was another one along the similar veins where it was like, it was the concept of like a villain who was able to like attack like multi-dimensionally. So it was like, he doesn't just like do attacks to you as the character, he also does attacks to you as the player. So like if your character gets hit, like punched in the face, then the DM can just like also punch you in the face. Or like the bad guy just specifically attacks you, the player. So like your character is there, fucking like no damage or anything, but in the real world you're just getting like fucking wailed on. And I thought that was kind of funny, conceptually speaking. Different speech and longer city scene. Really interesting. A reaction spell that always allows you to make a creature re-roll the disadvantage and then give someone else advantage. Interesting. In my experience, we would use it when the DM crits an attack. That does sound like a very, not hyper specific, but an ability that you would want to use in very, very rare circumstances.
Remove us.
Let us investigate. I rolled a nat 1. A critical failure. Not only do you not know what the brain is, but yours explodes. Oh no, I have a less higher chance of succeeding in this dexterity roll because I only have +2 instead of 3. I still did it though. Fuck yeah. Get dunked on. I like my version of the spell better. What was your version of the spell? Speak it. Speak it now before I find you. Dexterity. Do it again. Let's go. Oh, fuck. I didn't want to do that. I literally just remembered what this was. Fuck. Well, sorry, bud. I mutilated you. That's what I get for not paying attention.
We must go to the hound. But the hound beyond the brain. Do you not hear it?
My bad.
We will not survive.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, gamers. I wasn't paying attention. Still at 21. What's his? He's lobotomized. With a severely hampered brain. What does that mean? What is the actual, like... What does that mean? Is he less, like, effective in combat? Can he not move as far? I thought it was like a health debuff or some shit.
Still breathing, despite everything.
He can't grow up? Fuck it, we're probably not even gonna get that far ever anyway. God damn it.
What path?
He would have grown up in Act 3. Yeah. God damn it. Oh well. At least now he will remain a little cute boy.
You are not who am I?
You monster. I didn't mean to, Chad. I'm sorry.
As for that,
Don't worry. We're gonna die like first thing
I won't give in.
right off the. We're gonna die to the fucking owlbear again, and then we'll be right back to where we started. So we got plenty of time to undo our past sins. Where is it? What? No. Fucking shoot him with the thing that is the powers. It would have grown up a few seconds after you saved him from the body. What body? You said somebody else said Act 3. Save him from the body. I know that you get him, like, you get him as an actual companion, as a summons in Act 2. I don't remember anything specific about him during Act 3, though. Maybe I just haven't gotten to that part of Act 3 yet. Bam! Get fucked. At the start of the game? The fight in the city? What are you guys talking about? He would have grown up? Okay, now I'm confused. Now I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I mean, I didn't already, but, like... Now I'm even more like, what the fuck? Don't hit him! You disgusting freak.
Let's
How dare you hit my mutilated boy? The only one allowed to mutilate him is me, apparently. Ooh. A potion. Let's get you. Let's get you. Let's get you. Let's get you. Oh. Thought it was a treasure chest. It is not. Let's get that. Oh, wait, do this. Does that fix him? No. God damn it.
Ship won't be able to take another dragon attack. We need to get out before it's too late.
Let's do you, and then let's do you. You guys are good. Can't believe I fucking stabbed us. I deserve everything, all of the suffering that I'm about to go through. It is a deserved and just punishment for my wicked deed of injuring the brain boy.
cave machinery. I can make no sense of it.
Nah, I'll just kill him real quick. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. I'm gonna fucking die before I even get to the fucking hag's den. Yep. Yep. And let's do this.
No time for straggle.
Warlock. Roll the dice. Move your mice. Nobody gets hurt.
Warding room.
Are you satisfied? We need to go.
The console appears dormant.
Your punishment, Toshi, is that you are no longer allowed to cuddle with Monkey, Batman, and I in Grounded 1 or in Grounded or Schedule 1. No! Wait, hold on. No! There we go. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Console hums to life.
Oh, no. I rolled a 9. See, this one at least doesn't have any fucking devastating consequences.
Betrays its purpose. So then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you.
Oh, interesting.
Authority.
Wow. I rolled a 2 on a 2. That's crazy. That is the strongest likelihood I have ever had of not making that roll. Is there anything like specific that I need in here? I don't think there's anything like super useful. Oh, there is a chest in here. Let's see what's going on with you.
How many hosts of these gay infected?
What? Oh, fuck. Fuck. Do I have... God damn it. I do. Wow. I actually do have to reset. Because I forgot that I had mods activated from my old save. So I got, like, the fucking cheat spell and, like, fucking a couple of other things. God damn it. Ah, fuck me. Gamers, I am batting 1,000 today. This is an absolute shit show. Oh, son of a bitch. The tablet to open up the pod. Yeah, I kind of figured that was like the only like worthwhile thing that was in there. God damn it. Yep, I got all the fucking... Alright. That one. And then it's this one. And then where's the... where's the... Fuck, where's it? It's one that adds like additional... I'm gonna include this... No. Sisyphus's Gate, yeah, real. Especially since even like outside of this, I have never actually gotten fucking past the fucking blighted village. So it's like constantly just fucking one after another. Is there anything? Is this dependent on anything? Details. Let me do this. No. Okay. Dies. Nah, I'm probably not gonna fuck with dies too much. Fuck it. Okay. God damn it. Honor mode. Mods. The dice one. The extra encounters and mini bosses. And then the fucking adjustable party limit. New. Honor mode. Boom. Fuck me. At least this time we're not gonna accidentally stab us in the brain. Let's see the honor mode intro. Oh, he's got a hand. Sorry, I got startled. So far, this seems like the exact same cutscene. Ah, he got us. He got us again. We tried our best, but we still got. Unfortunate. Okay, so it's, I guess he was talking about like after character creation. I fell for it. I fell for it, chat. Okay. This is fucking speedrun this shit. Dude, booming blade, hex blade, that's fine. Get rid of those ones, get those ones. Guild. Constitution. Or wait, no, did you guys say that Constitution would be the one to put into as opposed to Dexterity? Like that's the one we want to be at 14? Or 16 rather. Yeah, we don't need intelligence. Constitution 16, dexterity 14. Okay, cool. 8, 14, 16, 8, 10, 17. Yep, okay. My friend may have lied, couldn't notice a difference myself. Let me do a quick Gordle search. Is the intro to BG3 different on Honor mode? Honoro mode is what I typed there. The introduction to Baldur's Gate 3 is the same regardless of the mode you choose, including Honor mode. However, the gameplay experience will be significantly more challenging due to the permadeath and single-player save slot feature in Honor mode. So, I hate to say it, chat. The homies are out here fucking joking on us. We got big jokeled. Granted from class. Arcane? From class? Oh yeah, Warlock. Okay, fair enough. What else is from class specifically? Is it just that? Arcane? Yeah, alright, fair enough. Background. Fucking sets our insight to 0. Perception, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I guess instead of intimidation, we would want to go with deception. Yeah, okay. Dope. Now I gotta get our fucking name here again. Toshi, why are you just using the same name over and over again? Because we haven't actually fucking made any progress with this character. Stop bullying me. Let's do that one. And then hairstyle. Good. And then was general. We'll go with... Yeah, we'll go with number 1. Number 1 is fine. Yes. Yes. Plus, we can always, like, fuck with it later. Dex is for finesse, and shield. Dexterity is for... Okay, yeah. Strength for weapons, dexterity for finesse, and shield, constitution, health. Yeah. And since... Because I'm kind of thinking that what I'll try to do with the Hexblade is make him more of a, like, paladin light, right? So go for like a shield, go for like a slightly heavier weapon, but like bind it so that I can like wield it and I have proficiencies with it. I'm pretty sure I should be able to do that, or will it like, will I need like a certain proficiency with like shield specifically? But I could still do like, you know, a great weapon or something like that. Still going with 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god. I fucking love it. This is what a pull. What a fucking pull. Look upon our guardian, chat. We got a fucking legendary pull on this one. This is you know what? I dare say that this is the run. Cuz this is a legendary random pull. Fuck yeah. Now we're cooking. Bound weapon as wisdom. Yep. Combine any weapon. We'll need shield proficiency, I believe. Okay, that's fair. We could probably still work around that though. We could probably go with like heavy weapons. Or not heavy weapons, but you know, like two-handeds and stuff like that. You get the proficiency with shield with hexblade, I think. Okay. Well, either way, we have options there. Oh, she's so cute. I love it. With the little cadoodles and the hair. She pops like crazy all over the place. Pop. Beautiful. All right. Zip through this, close that. Yup. Bloop. Okay.
I'd still be stuck inside if we hadn't been.
Back up here. Do all this shit all over again. The Paladin's Blade just gives you +2 to AC. Which one's the Paladin's Blade again?
More for me?
I don't remember that one specifically. Let's grab this shit. I played Hexblade with Shadowblade as a front line, but not pushing more defensive front lines and control with spells and spells like Darkness. Yeah, that seems like more so what Hexblade would be like best at. Like it's a front line, but not like a heavy front line in the same way that like a Paladin or a Fighter or a Barbarian is.
That thing came from
Tears Protection. Oh yeah. I remember now. Yeah. But yeah, that seems like the best place for Hexblade, right? Frontline offensive, but not like pushing offensive in the same way that those heavier builds are, but more tacticianally offensive, which makes sense. Because again, like I said, I've always been like sort of like not 100% sure what the Warlock's like specific place was, but more as like that's actually probably the best way to describe it. It's a frontline attacker that mostly focuses on like magic and like control spells and stuff like that. That makes sense. Okay, let's go up here and let's not cram our thumb in the brain's brain. All right, us.
I want to have a...
Reveal to me your secrets.
Please. Before they return. They return.
Toshi tooted. No, my fucking chair's just all old and squeaky. I need to get a new chair. The fucking, because the one I got, it's like it's still pretty good. Like it's a good solid game. What is the brand actually? I'm checking. Hold on. I don't see it. Oh wait, is it on the? Yeah, I think that is it. Ugh. It's called Opseat. But it is it's you know the fucking typical gamer chair. I guess I could actually let me pull it up here. Opseat? No, Opseat. Like S-E-A-T. Let's do that. So this isn't the exact same thing, but like, you know, roughly like this. Oh, fucking goddamn it. Fuck off. Yeah, like kind of like this. right? This is roughly what it looks like. Op seat, yeah. Aw. But yeah, it's pretty solid. But it's didn't know ChatGPT made seats. I know, right? It's a GT player. ChatGPT chair. ChatGPT chair. Let's go. But yeah, so that's like the kind of seat, the kind of chair that I have. But like it's older, you know, it's starting to get up there in age. It's a little squeakier. Wrong one. There we go. All right, we're on the right one. Like it's still good, but yeah, it's definitely starting to show its age. It's one of those purchases specifically. What is it? Specifically, like, you know, I need to get a new one. I mean, like, I don't need to get a new one, but like getting a new one is like on the list. And then I'm actually probably not gonna get like another like gamer chair. I'm probably gonna get like something like an office chair, you know, because like gamer chairs are very like they're not the best designed. They're just designed to like, you know, look cool and shit like that. But like a regular office chair is going to be one, A, cheaper, and B, probably a lot more comfortable, because those were like designed to be sat upon for extended periods of time. So yeah, a decent balance there. Jplayer, thank you for, wow, Jper, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Big, huge. Hexblade is control plus DPS in my opinion. Control with darkness, and Crown of Madness, DPS with Hex. Yeah, that makes sense. I talked about it before. I was never really like 100% sure like where the best place for like druids or you know, warlocks was specifically, because everything else kind of has like a nature about them that pretty on its face says where they belong on the battlefield, you know. Spellcasters like wizards, sorcerers, they're like way in the back, right? Same with rangers that are focused specifically on like arrows. The rogues as well. Druid can be a strong tank. Yeah, druid is a lot more of a flexible class. So like they can be a strong frontline tank. They can be a mid-range, you know, support and healer, or they can be, you know, like farther in the back doing a lot of like range stuff, because like that's the best place for spellcasters. But then warlock, especially with how I saw Will operate, I never really like actually figured out like, okay, well, it's like the warlock is very clearly not a back end combatant, but like it doesn't seem strong enough to be a front end. So it's like, what are we doing? You know, it's very, very, very strange. But I think especially with like Hexblade specifically, it makes a lot more sense. To be fair, my barbarian was throwing, and I had a Radiant Orb Cleric, so it was very much a defensive team. That's fair. That's fair. I feel like defense is often probably the better way to play it anyway. Druid is a comparable medic. Yeah. Like I've always sort of like not specifically, but like that's kind of the way I usually spec like Halsin or Jaheira. I usually spec them to be like, you know, definitely like not strictly offensive focused, but like more well-rounded. But I'll usually like spec them more into ooh, here we go. Ah, fuck you. Blip.
The swelling is too great. You cannot lift the brain out of the skull.
God damn it. Okay, well, if I just leave the brain, Us will show up again later, right? I just can't use him in this specific section in a combat manner. But will he show up later? I have a fun story about a druid I played if you want to hear it. Absolutely. But but in this situation, do we just walk away and then he'll like pop up later? Also, you can get the Gith or Shadowheart to try to free him. Oh, that's a genius play. All right, let's do that. Let's go get Lae'zel and then do the fight and then see where we go from there. Fingers crossed.
Who am I? We can do. We will attract.
I like your hair. You look like Ellen DeGeneres. Wow. Rude. Rude then insulting. BAM! I murdered that imp. It is dead. Oh, I forgot to do fucking Armor of Ragaradance. Boom. That's fine. But am I wrong? You're gonna look at me and tell me that I'm wrong? She came down in a fucking bubble, dog. Okay.
Breathe deep.
You prove surprisingly adult.
Armor of Ragatha. Yeah, exactly. Let's cast Armor of Ragatha. Take that, Kane. You fucking son of a bitch. You'll never be able to hit us now.
Is that blood?
Switch to this one.
Never mind.
Bounding along. La 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 la. Oh, god damn it, Lae'zel. Just had to take the long way around.
For battle.
All right.
Quickly then.
Now you interact with Brain.
Please. Before they return.
Ooh.
They return.
Destroy the intellect devourer. Oh, she has the fucking medical thing just like off rip because we got it with the other one. That's actually kind of funny. That's cool. It makes sense. But then it's also doubly weird because investigation is still here, but it's unlocked regardless. Interesting. Break the skull. Let's go.
The brain lifts from the skull.
And now don't mutilate. Spare.
Go to the house. Do you know
The helm. What do I call you? Let's go.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Well, see, now I'm sad because he's attached to Lae'zel instead of me. But I love him more. How fucking rude. Lae'zel, you home-wrecking bitch. Alright, let's see what we got here. Give me that loot. No, loot. There we go. Alright. So we're looking for... We got the scimitar, and then... I think this guy's the one who normally has the short sword. You can get an axe. You can get a crossbow. Lae'zel has a crossbow, right? Or is it a regular bow? You can change who us is attached to in the settings.
Assume nothing.
Okay, no, you need a crossbow.
Interesting.
Maggots will be done.
Nice. Yeah, you can hold on to that.
Let's get going.
Where would it be in the settings? Interface? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, but like, you know, whatever. Under party before the menu? Oh, like where is it? Multiplayer. Wait, here? What? Oh wait, multiplayer settings? I don't know where it is. Part 1. So my college program, I'm in a middle college program, had a D&D club, and the DM for the campaign asked me and my best friend if we wanted to join. because we did play D&D with him, and we said no, but if he needs a boss fight, we would be down. This was a joking comment. Okay, that's part one. We got the narrative set up here. Very cool, very cool. Let's continue looting. I think we're all good. Oh, dead thrall over here. I got you. The money is mine.
No traps, please.
Let's get the imp. Let's heal just for the fuck of it. And then let's go over here. Grab our short sword. Bam. Short sword acquired. Bam. Long short, scimitar, and short sword. Epic. Huge gamer moment. Climb up here, you freakuses. There we go. Okay. Come on, Lazo. Get a move on. Climb that ladder. Alright.
Never a dull moment.
Gauge machinery. I can make no sense of it.
Another mystery. Can't be annihilated.
Bam. Grab you guys. Over here. Grab you. And then zip over here. Grab you.
We have no time.
Okay, Warlock. Oh, come on. You fuckers.
The magic.
Are you satisfied?
Ooh.
You intend to die for a stranger.
Might be trapped in demon webs. Oh my god. I'll look around, see what we got. Let's go get the key. Let's go get the key. No one's gonna stop me, 'cause I am strong. What you got? Got you. Yeah, and then we just over here, because you have a little bit of treasure in you. Yeah. Can't go wrong with some good potions.
For what?
Do 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 do. Alright. Oops. There we go.
The console hums to life. The pulse, perhaps it will open, then discomfort fades, and another sensation.
4!
You're
Keep dangerous company. Let me come with you. It's...
One day me and my friend got asked if we would like to be gladiators because the player got captured, and so he told us to make characters. So my friend made a human Twilight cleric. They were heavy armor and an ability that gives temporary HP every turn, and he had a lance which is D12 and has disadvantage if you weren't riding an animal. It has a disadvantage if you weren't riding an animal, so you have to be like, well, it said lance, so you have to be like a mounted, like a knight. Like that's your whole shtick there. Okay, interesting. Let's grab, pick up an outerwear. There we go. The necklace, I think, is the only other like useful thing over here in terms of monetary success. Slide over here. No need to worry about that. Let's do this.
We are nearing Poopy Cape.
Okay, and then and
Can't afford to stay idle.
then let's get rid of you and get drop. Okay,
All's well.
or command rather.
Not as bad as it could have. Never wanted the easy path.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh, fucking goddamn it, Shadowheart. Stupid bitch. Why would you do these things to me? Fucking walk through the fire. Okay. Fucking god damn it. Fucking haven't even fucking actually started the game, and it, like, fucking, we're already not on a back foot, but, like, god damn it. Lesser imp. Bam. Oh, 5. Whatever. We need to go for you. Let's go you. I made a hill giant, because that gets extra hit points. Barbarian, Bear Totem, Wild Heart in BG3, so I had resistance to all damage minus Psychic and a Moon Druid. I also took the Tough Feat for more hit points, so I had 3 extra hit points per level. That's crazy, yeah. Oh, Hill Dwarf. I missed that part. Yeah. Hill Dwarf, not Hill Giant. Still, that's crazy, though. I missed. Oh.
Can't stay idle.
Fuck ass. Okay. Let's do... Oh, I need to do, like, both of those. Oh, wait, no. No, yeah, you, No, yeah, I should be able to do that. I hit the brine bulb, and then I'll explode everything, right? No. God damn it. Can I throw? No. Shit. Oh, fuck me. Okay.
Got to press on.
Do Sacred Flame. Can I hit another one? Nope. Okay. Fair enough. God, I'm already fucking this up. Oh, no. That thing just used a firebolt on us. Holy shit. Got him. Okay, so...
Victory awaits.
Could I dip my sword in fire? Do it. Nah, I don't think that would actually work. Chop. Fuck me.
Go from here.
Boom. Perfect.
Got to focus. Onward.
Then I want to be like closer to you, so that I can just immediately pick up the sword and fucking run. Alright. Just can't do that. No, can't do that. Oh, I can. Bam! Made it work. Hell yeah. Okay. Dash.
My path be true.
Fuck out of here.
Never a dull moment. Don't waste a step.
Oh, fuck. I stepped at the brine. The brine is poison. Sure, just to do something. Oh, I suppose I could have dashed in that instance.
Got to move.
Oopsies. Okay, so I don't want to do this now because I don't think I'll be able to pick it up. Actually, no, I don't see why I wouldn't be able to. Let's try. Let's go for it. Drop. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
No time left. I must reach the helm.
Your spine belongs to me. It is now my personal property. Your spine. Let's switch to you.
Not now.
And let's do drop again. Drop it! Oh, fuck yeah. Last possible second. Or not last possible second, but, yeah, didn't have a whole lot of options there. Okay. Not horrible.
I will ascend.
Whoopsies. Cancel. Oh, no. Yeah, you're good. Okay.
No time to waste.
Do this, and then hit you. Mm-hmm.
The only way out is through. With haste.
should have done one run. That's fine. So when combat started, my friend got his first turn, so he holds his action and skips turn, and then when it gets to me, I rage, then wild shape into a cave bear. Then my friend, who held his turn, gets on my back, and his next turn, he turns on his ability, so we both have temporary hit points. So he also had Sentinel feature, so he used his reaction to attack anyone who attacked me. It was a slaughter. We were basically a literal tank. No, yeah, that's a crazy combo. Wow. Genius. Oh wait, no, shit. This is your turn. So just dash forward. Do the dash. Perfect. Okay. Can I get to you? No? No, can't get it to anyone. I guess I could do this.
You bow or you
Do
break.
it. Bam! Off balance. That's something. Okay. Bam. And then
Find a way forward.
run over here. Oh, maybe I would have wanted to do my offhand for that.
Can't give up.
This is fine.
On my way.
Stick with flame. Okay. And he's still a little occupied with you. I just gotta clean these guys up and we're out of here. Bit bop, zoobity zap. Oh no, it's the boys. I can see what you meant about like placing chests in front of here, because then they can't get past them. That's smart. That's smart. Ooh. Nope. I see that there. I see those numbers. No, it doesn't see it though. No, not enough points. All right. Let's just get as close as we can.
Fury. I am dead.
And chop.
Nothing will stand in my way.
And blap.
Here goes nothing.
Perfect. Did all that in one blast.
Transponder.
All right. We're dropping down, gamers. Whoops. Wrong one. There we go. This is huge. This is unprecedented.
As you
Whoa.
wait, the
All right.
tunnels
Check for some injuries. Zip bop boobity bop over here. Just see what's going on.
Fresh water. There must be a settlement nearby.
All right. See what you got. You got
I have a lot on my mind.
mangled fish man.
In it.
You have monies.
Very well.
You're up. I'll do you now. Blah,
We might have
blah, 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 blah. Okay. We need 9 more experience points to level up. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, 9-point difference. Don't worry, we're about to get fighting some brains here. Don't you fucking run from me, you freaks.
Better stay back. One strike could be lethal.
Can I hit you? Yes, I can. Boom! Oh, fuck, 19.
Concentrate. On I go.
Good God, actually. That's a spicy meatball. Not close enough. Punch him. Do it. Show him who's boss. It's not him. That's for certain. Boom. I don't think these guys are gonna make it, gamers.
Got to press
I
on.
think they're toasted.
God damn it, Shadowheart.
You are fucking useless. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Bam! Critical miss. Fuck me. Oh, this is bad. Two guys with 19 total fucking health each.
Onward.
Chat, I think we may be fucked. Like, genuinely. Here, use fucking magic. Okay. We're a little bit less fucked now. A little bit. 5 points of damage is still 5 points of damage. I'm not gonna fucking lie. Boom. Alright. This is something.
Ready. Feel my mistress's wrath.
Bam. Get smacked. I also didn't get taken out of my bear form. I was more likely to have gotten taken out because of the 1 minute running out. Yeah. That definitely sounds like it was a situation where like you were stacked tremendously. Boom. Stop beating up Shadowheart. She's weak and squishy.
No time to die.
Okay. I gotta do the potion. I don't want to do the potion, but I gotta do it. Level up. Let's go. Okay. First level up as a warlock. First things first. Anguishing blast and where are you? You're in here somewhere. There we go. Repelling blast. So now, gonna push creatures back up to 4.5 feet or meters, and then adds your charisma modifier to the damage it deals, unless it is negative. That's big. Our charisma modifier goes crazy style. Charm person. Wrathful Smite. I feel like it's either going to be Hellish Rebuke or Shield. I'm going to go with Hellish Rebuke. Next attack with flames, it deals 2.5 damage. Yeah, because that's going to be... Because on top of... what was it? On top of... What is it? On top of the armor... Armor of Agathis, which will do 5 cold damage to anybody who physically attacks me. This is an additional 2 to 20 points of damage for anybody that attacks me from any means. The problem is that it uses Warlock spell slot, but I mean, you know, fucking something's got to be using it, right? Check something here. Interesting. Okay. Sanctuary is pretty solid. Maybe I should get Sanctuary in here. Let's get you out of here and get Sanctuary. And then let's get Inflict Wounds in here. Yeah, that's fine. Because we can't use healing spells. Encoder Overload. Consider turning down video settings. I'm pretty sure I know. Pretty sure I know what is causing that, actually. Yeah, it's probably that. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. I just gotta tinker with that later, off stream, because I can't do much about it on stream. Let's take the monies.
How much farther can I go?
The brains aren't gonna have very much on them. Vatus. Okay. Let's read the note. I didn't even take it. That's fine. Okay, what do we got in the barrel? What do we got in the barrel? Good. Yesh. We don't need the water. You're not gonna have anything on you, so let's check this one. Yesh. Let's go.
Simple enough.
That was also our second idea for a character because the DM vetoed the Sorcerer Tempest Cleric combo for one of our builds. That would have been crazy. You have extra encounter modes on? Yep. Got that one on. We got this is very bloody conflict. This one was crazy. But yeah, I got that one on specifically as a balancing mod because I also have the unlocked companion mod. So we're gonna have a lot of dudes. So having a more balanced combat situation is just gonna be the way to go. Let's go here and let's jump. Let's come over here, get the treasure. Perfect. Let's come over here, scamper up this way, and then we'll get Gale. Oh, I need to be like pressed into here to get that, yeah. Since I'm not super strong, and therefore my jumping height isn't redonkulous. We gotta go over this way.
No one back home will ever believe this. What's going on with that room?
Approach the sigil on the stone.
Come on. There we go.
Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
Sorry, 1 second. Touch the sigil. The seagull has been touched. Attune yourself to the seagull's magic and bid it to shut up. We get a charisma bonus on this one. Boom. Let's go. 11. Boop. Introduction. Save the day.
That vast burning wreckage behind you somewhat contradicts your story, but here you stand. So who am I to argue?
Exactly.
Still,
Don't judge me, you fiendish individual.
Suspicion your survival is still very much in jeopardy. Back on
Thank
the
you.
ship, you two.
Go on.
But I
My
find
patron offers me many gifts, but tadpole extraction is not one of them. I can't cure a parasite.
As we've established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon.
All right. Let's get Gale leveled up. That new hand touches the beacon. Exactly. All right, so invocation is fine. I get, yeah. Let's do. Let's do long stride and shield. Just because I'm pretty sure we should be able to cast Long Stride without expending a spell slot. Contrary to what it says here. I'm pretty sure. Unless that was like a different situation. I remember being able to do that, like, later on in the game. Okay, wait. No, yeah, mage armor. Oh, yeah, okay, so, well, yeah, okay. So we want to keep that, so let's get rid of you. Fog is pretty solid. Okay, well, let's get this. We can always move them around if it doesn't work out the way I'm thinking. Okay, let's do that. See what happens. Keep having like slight encoder overload issues. I think I just had to do that, so I think we should be good. Okay, whoops. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah. So it is. It's cast as a ritual. So now cast it on her body. Oh my god, look at Shadowheart's look at Shadowheart's fucking character here. Or her picture there.
There is work to do.
Look at that. She's all cast in darkness. Looking all spooky and such. That's crazy. Alright. So we got you. Do we get you? Yeah, we got you. So let's get Shadowheart now. Never underestimate the power of being able to run really far.
Dead goblins over there.
Do I want to get those? I guess. Just to have them. I don't want to be controlling Gale. I want to be controlling my guy. God damn it. Fucking pissing me off. Toshi, you need a Shadowheart wig. Wear the braids with pride, damn straight. And just like wear it on top of my white hair here, just like direct transfer. Let's grab these guys and then zip up here. Yeah. So then we go to
No rest for the wicked, I
you and nope. Yeah. No, you, not your character. Oh, you're talking about like on my avatar here, like having like. Where's my mouse? Oh, you can't see because I'm not in game. Yeah, having like the wig like on here, as if I as the PNG were cosplaying as a as Shadowheart. That'd be funny. If I had the fucking money for that. I'd probably do more like outfit, costume stuff. Actually, you know what? No, I probably wouldn't do that specifically. I would probably want to focus on getting like a 3D model first, and then doing stuff like that. But yeah, that would be pretty funny.
Too tight.
Get the fucking shovel and dig the fucking hole. Fucking Veldrin Umbra, you fucking stupid bastard. There, we have obtained 3 recipe unlocks. Fucking pissing me off with your dumb bullshit.
Of course it's dangerous. Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad, Lay tight, I miss her.
What? Uh-oh. What just happened? Oh, because they're racist. Yep. That makes sense. Guys, the tieflings are being racist against me because I'm an under elf, which sounds like a slur, right? It's like saying like street rat. I guess it wouldn't be a Baldur's Gate 3 game if it wasn't for blatant racism. Against the drows, against fucking tieflings. Which is crazy, they're tieflings. They should fucking understand how rude it is to be racist. And yet they're not. So I'm going to have to intimidation to them with my +3 to Carizzle. If you value your life, walk away. Moon walk away. And if you aren't fucking smooth with it, I'm gonna blow you smooth off. You're gonna be dead. Alright.
Come, Emissa. Now.
Enough gawking. Get me down.
Smooth criminal, real. To be fair, Drow don't have the best PR team. Oh, no, yeah. Like, it is definitely fair. Like, it's... I mean, I don't know. They're... Now that they're out of earshot, sure. Say please.
Never.
Haha. Love it. Which is crazy because they weren't out of earshot. Trying to get us all fucking killed. But yeah, they're like, yeah, the Drow definitely have a, they got a reputation about them.
The tadpole has, but careful.
Perfect. What's a krish? But thank you. All right, let's go. All right. Now we have the fighter. Well, I got to remember to do the level up thing before we get Astarion. Or not the level up thing. The team increase. We need to increase the team. Fucking Lae'zel's also got a cool got a cool background. I feel like that's a glitch, right? It looks like it's not supposed to be like that, but for whatever reason it is. And I'm not gonna lie, it looks fucking badass as shit. You get you. I guess. Hold on a sec. Let me see something. So if I do that, I'm not proficient with this. Am I? Oh, I am proficient with a two-handed. Wow. I guess I could be using this. Wow. I'm not gonna though. I'm gonna give this to Lazzle. Here you go, Lazzle. Congratulations. You now have fire sword. What up, Monte? How's it going? You up to your typical shenanigans? Do you think we'd be interested in interviewing him for the Adamcast podcast? Well, first of all, you spelled it absolutely wrong. And second of all, no, Monte. I tried to bring you on originally, and you ghosted me, messaged me back like 6 or 8 months later, going off about something, and then ghosted me again, and then fucking like another like 8 months later or so, all of a sudden popped up on Blue Sky, being all like in the comment section of a different interview that I did, like, I've never even heard of this fucking nobody. You bring them on, but not me? What the hell? Which is crazy because you knew exactly who did we have on? We had the lead dev of what was it? We had the lead dev of the New West on, who like you absolutely know, but for whatever reason were acting like you didn't. So no, you had your chance and then you went off the deep end. And like, I'm not saying that like, oh, you know, you had your chance to be on my podcast, my fucking like sub 200 subscriber podcast, but like, no, it would have been interesting a while back, but now it's not even interesting. It's just bad PR because you've like shot your entire reputation. It's gone. I don't know how else to phrase it either. Where's the okay, yeah, so now we have to I was like, what's next here? Am I going back to the temple? No, I gotta go get Astarion first. Completely forgot about that. Oh yeah, we gotta give Lae'zel we gotta make it Lae'zel all fast. Don't worry, Lae'zel, I got you. You're gonna go fast as fuck. Let's go.
May it please, Mistra.
Whoops. Wrong character. Oh, shit. Oh, no. leave. Yeah, I think I might just slime this guy out. You say that, but Allout Monte will be a more respected and appreciated modder than Ashfall dunce. I don't know why you're bringing Ashfall into this for whatever reason, but if that was the case, Monte, you would have spent the last 2 years actually working on mods instead of fucking harassing literally anybody and everybody.
Monster.
I don't know what sort of reputation you think you're going to be coming back into, but like, it's not there, bro. All the bridges have been burned. You got into a public fucking back and forth, not even really back and forth. You fucking, so you were leaning so heavily on your connection to Chris Avalon, and then fucking leaked DMs between the two of you where you were saying like, you have to do something about this, Chris. He's all like, oh, he's a fake Fallout fan, and he's ruining Fallout with his rampant bisexuality or whatever. And Chris Avalon was all like, I don't know what any of a lot of this means. I would like you to avoid, you know, bringing me up, because like we don't really know each other like that. And then after you leaked his DM conversations, he was all like, hey, so yeah, you did the thing that I told you not to do. So yeah, please don't talk about me anymore. And then you leaked his DMs again. You did that shit twice. Also, there's no point in deleting your comments. I can still see them on my end. There is a reason Allout Monte, seen as a real modder and real Fallout fan, and Ashfall dude is a nobody. No, that's not the case. You made one mod poorly like 6 years ago. And then for the past like 3 years have just been hell-bent on fucking being a nuisance to literally everybody around you. And for whatever reason have a hate boner against Ashfall dude specifically. I would say get over it, but there is no getting over it. You've already sufficiently burned every connection you had. Any ounce of good reputation you had is gone. He's probably gone at this point, but like just kind of had to get that out there. The fuck? So there's this modder named Allout Monte, who's decently, well, at one point was like, oh no, you are still here, fantastic. Allout Monte has worked on New California. Hasn't. I've talked specifically to the lead developer of New California. He doesn't recognize you. Nuevo Mexico. You never worked on Nuevo Mexico. He's worked on many DLC size mod. As far as I know, and admittedly, I don't know fucking everything about you, Monte, but I do know for a fact that you have worked on Fallout Ashfall, but you weren't there for very long. You have not worked on New California in any meaningful regard, and you have definitely not worked on Nuevo Mexico, because I talked to most of, if not all of the people who worked on Nuevo Mexico for the podcast. I've talked to Zapshock through DMs. I had Bishop on the podcast twice. And the only sort of connection that you have to Nuevo Mexico specifically is that you're the one that spread that racist lie that Zapshock was an illegal alien and got picked up by ICE and deported. So, yeah, that's a blatant lie, and it's incredibly easy to prove, too. All of Fallout Ashfall's best ideas were made by Allout Monte. No, they weren't. The factions and companions were all his idea. Let's see. He worked on the main story. He basically saved Fallout Ashfall. Was irrelevant. See, it's crazy that you say that specifically, because it's one of those like part truth things, right? It's those half truth things. You did work on the mod, and you did make like a faction, or had like the concept of a faction. But, you know, you didn't work on the main story in any powerful regard, and you basically saved it from irrelevancy. Nobody knows about Ashfall to this day. There's a litany of other mods that are much higher in the cultural zeitgeist. And the people who know about Ashfall specifically know about it because of the whole Shadow Raven studio drama, which you kicked off, Monte. which is doubly crazy because you're also like, he saved Fallout Ashfall from irrelevancy, which is also true. But the only reason anybody knows about Ashfall specifically is from that controversy. So it's like, yeah, sure, maybe you did, but it's because you told some how do I even describe Shadow Raven Studio? You told a what is it? You told a culture war ideologue who is just obsessed with playing the victim, making himself out as like, oh, like I'm suffering for your guys' content by willingly, you know, reviewing Eleonora's mod and being Eleonora's mods and being like, oh my God, there's you know, pro LGBT propaganda and this, oh my God, oh, I'm suffering so much for you guys making this kind of content and stuff like that. When it's literally like a case of, you know, you push the button, like you choose the buttons you push. Nobody puts you in that situation. But yeah, you know, you did kind of put Ashfall on the map by painting it as this whole fucking like woke propaganda nonsense to a what do you have at max? I think Raven had like what 2K subscribers at one point. And he just, you know, oh my God, it's full of woke propaganda and stuff. Ask anyone who worked on Ashfall about the companion Monte was working on. It was going to be the best written companion mod. Also, no. And there he goes. He's deleting comments. Which is also crazy to say because I've spoken with Cell Block Psycho multiple times. I'm actually still trying to get him on the podcast. It's just our schedules kind of all over the place, but I'll be sure to. I'll be sure to ask him. I've asked multiple people. Because Veta Phoenix is, I think, working on the mod. I think Doc Peppers is still working on the mod, but yeah. Yeah. I've spoken with both of them specifically. They said, yeah, none of the stuff is true. At least Crimson Gray still supports Monte, I guess. I mean, maybe that might not even be true. I remember asking him specifically years ago about, or like a while back, at least a year and a half ago, about the about the whole Ashfall situation. He said like, yeah, I'm not involved with that. So yeah. And it's crazy too, because it's always like, oh, he supports Monte specifically. Fucking hardly anybody knows who Allout Monte is, and the people who actually do just know about the outrageous stuff that you've done, Monte. I hate to say it, but yeah, like I've said, I've already said it. You've burned every bridge you've been trying to build. It's all gone. And there he goes, deleting comments again. Because that's his whole tactic. That's his whole shtick. He'll come in. I don't know if he does it with other people's streams, but he does it with my streams every once in a while. He'll come in, say something just like fucking, like PSA, like Ashfall dude is this, Ashfall dude is that, and then like dip out and delete all of, if not, most of his comments. That's his whole shtick. Right on time. Hell yeah. I wish there was there probably is like a plugin to show like specifically like. I wonder if that's actually on. You know what? That is actually probably a thing on my end. It'd be like a Caster Lab settings thing. Sorry about that, chat. Just a known troll in the Fallout community. What is dude on? It's a long story. I could actually probably pretty decently summarize it. But it's such a fucking unbelievable, like, to get into the whole story would be like a big long thing. And if I am going to talk about it, I'm not going to talk about like the entire saga, because it is just that. It is a saga, but it's an interesting story. The shortened version, yeah, it's shadows, timers, and chats. Okay, so sorry, 1 second. Nope. It would probably actually be docs. No, that's not it. I think it would actually maybe be in here. Yeah, it'd be like that. Okay, cool. So the shortened version is that there's a modder by the name of Allout Monte. He started quite a while ago on YouTube specifically, but effectively he originally started like kind of trying to make like YouTube commentary content. I think a little bit of gameplay stuff. He has a YouTube channel that's still up and stuff, so like all of his like actual recorded history stuff is still up there on his YouTube, unless he's like deleted it since I last looked at it. But effectively, he was trying to be a modder. He made one mod that was like a little mission mod for Fallout 4, heavily inspired by the Twilight Zone. I saw like a playthrough of it. It's not horrible, but it's definitely like a my first mod kind of thing, you know, something, right? And it's interesting, specifically the Twilight Zone and a lot of the inspirations and the and the narrative approach, not in the mod, but like, you know, a lot of the inspirations for that specifically, given, you know, the relevancy to the time period of Fallout. But so he made that, and we don't even know if he actually made it. I guess that's fair. Let's go. I have my first job interview tomorrow. Hell yeah, let's fucking go. Big ups. Best of luck for that one. But so, yeah, that was not his big claim to fame, but, later on, I don't know the entire story around that specifically. Monte eventually, became a part of, a website, and a little like micro podcast. Actually, no, it wasn't even a podcast. He became a member of a website that Mr. Matty Plays was trying to get started up, called Sugar Bombed, which was kind of like part wiki, part like message board, kind of like a little sort of like communal aggregate kind of thing. The specifics of the websites escape me at the moment. But it originally started as that. Eventually it sort of like died down. But in the interim, they managed to get Chris Avalon on, and he hype for him for Fallout 4. Okay, yeah. So he managed to get, or probably through Maddie, they managed to get Chris Avalon on to do an interview, which was then transcribed into text format. Chris potentially through hey, look, he's back. Chris potentially through Maddie sort of kept in touch with the website, and throughout the entirety of the rest of his career, Monte had claimed to like personally have a connection and like professional relationship with Chris Avalon. middle, where things got bigger, he eventually joined on to work with a Fallout mod, a Fallout New Vegas mod called Fallout Ashfall, right? The basic concept of which is it's Fallout, but it takes place in Hawaii. Super dope. It had changed hands from its original project lead. And at the time that Monte came on, he was working under another modder named Ashfall Dude. I don't know a lot of Ashfall Dude's like major modding accolades prior to that, but the basics of the entire situation is that Monte was set to work on like a specific side quest stuff and like a minor faction, and he was doing that, but then at one point he just like stopped responding to requests and stuff for a while. I don't remember exactly how long. I want to say at least a month though. He claimed that it was because of health issues, medical related issues, something of that nature. I don't know the exact reason, but over time, Monte was, Ashfall Dude was trying to get a hold of Monte, be like, hey, we need this stuff done for the project, what's going on, and then after a while, he and the other creative leads decided, like, hey, we haven't heard from you for a while, we haven't gotten any new information, we gotta let you go at this time. Monte didn't like that, apparently. He made a whole big thing about it, and that was around like December 2023, 2024, something like that. I can't remember specifically. I want to say 2024. And then, so like it was around that, cut ties. Monte was not happy about it. Very conveniently, days after the final conversation between Ashfall Dude and Monte, and I know this because I've talked with Ashfall Dude about this a lot. All of a sudden, a YouTube channel, December 17th to 20th, 2024. Okay, yeah. All of a sudden, a YouTube channel by the name of Shadow Raven Studios put out this expose video that was basically like, this new Fallout New Vegas mod is going to be like a giant woke fest. I think the video was called like, is Fallout Ashfall woke or something like that. There were several claims made in the video. One specifically, or the biggest ones were the members of, like, the moderators of the Discord were being directly, maybe not antagonistic, but were not allowing political discourse in the Discord, which, I mean, kind of makes sense. But they were also making the claim that there was a bunch of like pro-leftist or pro-trans, for lack of a better word, quote unquote, propaganda that was being promoted in the server, but any sort of like quote unquote conservative arguments were not allowed in the server and could actually get you banned. On top of that, there was also claims of like stolen assets, but the assets in particular were like from a free to use website. So it's like, they weren't originally created, but they were free to use. So they weren't stolen. Again, middle, all that stuff happened. Originally, that could have been just like it, right? There was a bit of a scuffle. A lot of attention got onto the project specifically because Shadow Raven Studio, a known conservative-minded, woke video games bad, why aren't women sexy, stuff like that, put out a video like, there's a Fallout mod, it's going to be woke and ideologically driven and, this, that, and the other thing. That's all fine and good. Sure, okay. But then all of a sudden, out of like the clear blue sky, Monte or like people in his direct orbit all of a sudden just started making these insane claims that like that that Ashfall dude had, abused different members of the staff. That specifically. And then also a lot of really wild, very strange accusations. Like one of the more like actually insane ones is that Ashfall dude had an equine adult pleasure product that was plated in 1949 German gold. You can read between the lines there. It was, and then like there's that, and then that Ashfall dude was actually like, what did they say? He was like a Polish femboy or something like that, and it was these wildly insane, random ass fucking accusations. It really just keeps getting worse. It really does, and it's still like he's still like consistently promoting this idea that Ashfall dude assaulted and left with child another modder named Veta Phoenix, who's a little bit more well known in the community. I believe she's still a primary creator with Ashfall. I'm pretty sure she does a couple things with what is it? I want to say she kind of does like her own like little side thing, like mod showcases and stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of claims of assault, a lot of claims of manipulation. There isn't any evidence that it didn't happen. Good. Thanks for that known unknown fucking nonsense word salad there, Monty. I also like how you've just completely dropped the facade of, pretending to be someone else. He was kicked out of the mod project. So he wasn't removed from the mod project, right? After all this started getting kicked up and the Ashfall project started getting all this negative attention on it, he decided to take a step back. More so specifically because he specifically was being targeted, right? The mod was being targeted as a whole, and because a lot of that accusation was coming from, or not coming from, but being directed towards Ashfall dude specifically. Because another thing that also started going crazy with like accusations was this odd ongoing commentary that Ashfall dude was like specifically a rampant like woke bisexual, and in a lot of the slandering it was specifically saying like Ashfall dude can't keep control of his bisexuality and it makes him do like bad things and stuff like that. And it's really weird because Monte has also himself so Monte made a whole like response video and stuff like talking about the whole situation, and it's very weird because he covers a lot of the early stuff like, oh, there was like, accusations that the mod was going to be woke, it was going to have like, LGBTQ, maybe not LGBTQ characters. It's been a while since I watched the video, so this is all like 2-3 years ago at this point, so I'm a little removed from it, but I'm doing my best to recall as much as I can. But his a part of his argument was like him and like there was a claim at that point that him and Ashfall dude had dated at one point, which implied that Monte at the very least was bisexual. And it's very he even in that video said something along the lines of to the effect of like, I wouldn't, say this stuff and make this claim and stuff because like I'm also bisexual. But like that's still a thing that just consistently comes up. So like in chat, right, you can see comments from True Fallout Gamer, Fallout The New Kingdom. All of these are accounts, and like many more are all accounts owned by Monte, and they all make the exact same claims, right? It's all, claims that like, oh, Asphalt dude is this, Asphalt dude is that, and it's all Asphalt focused. And a big follow through is like, oh, he's, you know, bisexual, or he's a furry, I think was one of them at one point. He's you know, a closeted trans woman or something. All of these very strange, and I'm going off on like a separate sort of tirade here. All of these very odd, you know, not social justice, like culture war focused stuff. This is one thing that I really, really think is just weird when it comes to a lot of the like anti-woke stuff, especially in the Fallout community, because while there's, you know, there's something I think to be said with like, oh, I don't like the way Fallout handles like, you know, topics talking about like war or capitalism, you know, a lot of the like political stuff that Fallout is known for talking about, the woke commentary, as would be like definitionally described. They all really seem to be just hyper fixated on, you know, gay people and like trans people and stuff like that. And there's people who will say like, oh, you know, there's nothing wrong with those things being in Fallout, right? But like, oh, I don't want it like shoved down my throat and stuff like that. But then at the same time, there's also people who are in the same camp who are just like, you know, throwing around slurs and saying like, you know, all this like really, so he's schizo. I won't say that specifically, but like, I don't know. He seems to have picked a really strange hill to die on. And it's, again, continued to just spin into this like absolute insanity, right? Because at the beginning, I could definitely see like, hey, this was originally, this was like a disagreement that I had with the mod author, or the like the lead developer at that time, right? Between like Asphalt Dude and Monte, when he was originally separated from the project. It was, you know, a spat we had. It got a little out of control, you know, my bad, mea culpa. But then it got into all this like weird, like sensual stuff, right? All this like hyper focus on like his gender identity or his relationship preferences, right? And then all these like random ass accusations, like another, like I said, Veta Phoenix, and then another modder named Doc Pepper. At some point, a modder that we've actually had on the podcast before, two modders actually, Witch's Workshop and Floof Mother. He also started throwing around accusations that he assaulted them. All four of these people I have spoken to about this, to my own distress, because on a personal level, I don't like talking with people about like these kinds of subjects specifically. They feel very like, you know, intimate, and like more so specifically because I don't know any of these people like that. It's not really my business, but as somebody who feels as if I have a little bit of like journalistic integrity, I kind of want to get the story straight. You know, and unfortunately I have to come to these random people that I don't know and be all like, hey, fucking Veta Phoenix's specifically was fucking just really fucking awkward for me, because I had to go to this random woman that I don't know, have never spoken to before, and I have to be like, hey, this is gonna sound weird. Like, thankfully I have some kind of presence on the internet, so I'm not just like, you know, random Fallout fan 732 just popping up out of nowhere in Discord. But I'm still this person who just comes forward, never spoken to her before, and like, hey, were you physically assaulted by an innocuous Fallout modder and left with child? Is that true or is that fake? Wildly uncomfortable for me. But yeah, all of these people that I've spoken to, they all vehemently deny this, right? It's one of those situations where it's like, hey, you know, maybe everybody's lying to me, right? No. Asphalt Dude stole assets from another millennia. That's another thing. I've also spoken with the mod author of another millennia. And while, you know, maybe there was some, actually, no, I don't even think that was that. I think that was Zapshock. You're getting your stories, you're getting your wires crossed there. There was some kind of accusation with that specifically. Yeah, and tried to ask Arccharger. Yeah, I've had Arccharger on. I haven't talked to him. Maybe I did. Maybe I talked to him offline about this. But yeah, it's very no, it was Ashfall. Nope, it was Zapshock. Hate to break it to you, but I'm not trying to talk to you specifically. You're not here to talk to me. You're here to talk to the camera. So yeah, he just made all of these like wild accusations about just anybody and everybody who he perceives to be, friends with in like basic connection with Ashfall, dude. Much more to the point, maybe not much more, but partially to the point where at one point, again, I think maybe early on he was working with like a couple of other people. But at one point I even started getting messages that were basically just like, hey, we know that you've been talking to Ashfall, dude. You need to not do that, or like the real Fallout fans are going to hunt you down, right? Which, like, separating the entire like ongoing conversation, and I still have the Discord the Discord chats. I can show you guys this shit. It's fucking crazy. Separating all of that from, you know, the conversation, oh, the real Fallout fans are going to come after you. That's some of the most like fucking soft boy nerd loser shit I think I've ever heard. Like I try so hard to sort of like carry myself in a certain way and in a certain regard, but I am an old school comment sweat white boy with fucking like built up anxiety and fucking like Xbox gamer tag language like stuck in my brain. There is so much shit I want to say, but I try to be like the best person I can every day. But I'm sorry. This is some of the most fucking like pussy ass fucking nerd shit I think I have ever heard in my entire life. Oh, the real Fallout fans will come after you. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? And to the extent that there are, like, you know, like the real Fallout fans, you're probably the most fucking, like, beta cuck losers ever. Probably sweeter than Old Lady Palmer's sweet rolls. Yeah, exactly. They try to act so fucking hard. It's unbelievable. And that's, like, another thing. I sort of talked about it before, but Monte also runs a Twitter account that's also very, very oddly themed. It's basically like, it's a community watchdog style Twitter account specifically for the Tamriel Rebuilt mod project, which is trying to, like, if I'm remembering correctly, trying to like merge all of the, like, you know, major territories of Tamriel into like one big mod project. I'm probably off on that like a little bit, but that's like it's an Elder Scrolls mod, a big one that people have been looking forward to for a long time. And along the same running bit, they've also been saying like, hey, we're going to expose, you know, corruption, biases, like all this like fucking anti-woke stuff in you know, the Tamriel Rebuilt project. That's actually a really cool idea. Again, I'm probably misrepresenting the mod specifically, but like, look it up, Tamriel Rebuild. It does sound really fucking cool. Yeah, the Tamriel Rebuilt watchdogs, Tamriel Rebuilt community watchdogs, out of the clear blue sky, because originally they were just like fucking saying this shit, you know, like, oh, the mod's going to be this, the mod's going to be that. Nobody was really paying attention to it. And then just randomly, one sunny spring day, he just decides to put out this nonsensical bullshit claim that he backed up with fake screenshots, fake manufactured Discord screenshots, that the lead developer Zapshock was you know, was picked up by ICE, Immigration Custom Enforcement in the United States, and deported back to Mexico because he was, you know, an unregistered visitor. And it was partially coinciding with the mod also shutting down. Because I've talked a little bit about that before. On the back end, it was there wasn't a whole lot to the mod, right? It had a whole lot of presence, it had a whole lot of aura to it. There unfortunately just wasn't any skeleton to it. But he took advantage of this and started spreading the rumor that the mod was shutting down because the developer was here illegally and got deported back to Mexico, which went hyper viral all over Twitter in the Fallout niche, and like, you know, the larger anti-woke fucking MAGA brained you know, side of Twitter, which is most of Twitter both then and at this point. But yeah, so that went super crazy. Zapshock had to put out like an official statement, you know, debunking the claim, but it still stuck. And yeah, he intentionally sabotaged the mod's reputation, because prior to that, even when it was shutting down, Nuevo Mexico had crazy support. Like, it looked insane. Everybody was hyped for it. Again, unfortunately, there just wasn't a whole lot behind the project besides, you know, basic concept and like vibes and stuff. But yeah, it didn't have anything behind it, and he just, because Monte got a hair up his ass about something or other, he just ruined the project's reputation. Absolutely destroyed it. Also, I know that Monte is still in the chat. I set my the chat stuff on my end to show when people leave and join. So I know he's still here. So he did that, and then to go back, because I talked about it before. At one point, he got onto Blue Sky. Now I'm just going over the whole story at this point. But at one point, he navigated to Blue Sky. Originally, it sort of started off a little pretty casual. Like, hey, you know, this is me. This is the stuff I made. I did some stuff for Ashfall. It was an okay sort of start. And then just all of a sudden, he starts not like messaging, but like tagging pretty much everybody he could who seemed to have like a larger platform. A lot of Fallout content creators who were more so active on the platform. He tagged me at one point. I can't remember what specifically. I think I know that at one point he tagged me to see if he could come on to the podcast. For whatever reason, I never saw most of these tags until I like actually went out looking for them. But then he just like started going to like, oh, it's disappointing that like this person actively talks to Ashfall dude because he's like a known problematic individual in the community. Starting that whole thing up again, right? Starting that whole drum cycle up. At one point, he responds directly to a message, to a post that I had made, showing off my like, hey, this is the interview I did with, not Arc Charger, the lead developer of Fallout New West. This is the interview I did with him. Really great conversation. Go check it out. And he comments something along the lines of like, I said it earlier. Oh, fucking, you bring this nobody onto the podcast, but not me. What kind of show are you running here, or some shit like that? Which again, I didn't get a notification on that too, but I saw it later. And I'm like, well, I'm definitely not bringing you on now. Could like, fucking, why would you say that shit and then expect me to bring you on? Like, that's insane. Where is it? Fabu Jack. That's it. I had to look it up here. Great mod. Fallout the New West is like a rebuilding of Van Buren in the in the New Vegas engine. Still ongoing. Looks pretty badass. Looks like it's coming along great. So like that was one thing, and then there was something specifically, I can't remember what it was, but something happened on the website, and then he just kind of like spiraled real hard, and he posted a back and forth conversation that he had with he posted a back and forth DM conversation that he had with Chris Avalon, because he still, after that Sugar Bombs interview, still had some sort of open line of communication with Chris Avalon, and had basically gone forward and been like, hey, he just starts going off about all the fucking all the stuff with like with Ashfall dude, and he's just like going into it like he's a fake Fallout fan, and he did this and did that, and Chris Avalon, I think, is still kind of an oddball a little bit, but he's a professional. So, in his professional manner, he said, okay, I don't know about a lot of this. Maybe I said that I was going to, give like a nod of approval to Fallout Ashfall at some point. Maybe I don't remember that. If you have something that can corroborate that, I'll take a look and give it a good long think. And he said like, but maybe in best practice, don't bring me up in conversation, because it's not professional. It doesn't look good. There's nothing I can really help you with in that regard. And I think I can't remember. No, yeah. Okay, so he said that, and then he's all like, okay, like I can't really do much here for you, but like it's not professional to just kind of like ghost your lead developer for like a month when you have like responsibilities that you have to do. And then Monte put out he I can't remember if it was related or not, but he shared those DMs publicly. And 8 months. Okay. Yeah. So he shared those DMs publicly, and it was a little bit before Chris noticed it, but eventually he found out, and he's like, hey, so not only are you continuing to bring me up in whatever this stuff is that you got going on, but you are also now deliberately sharing DMs publicly after I told you not only to, stop bringing me up, but, you shared our private DMs without like consulting me or anything. That's bad. And I would really appreciate it if you don't do that anymore. And then also don't bring me up in conversation anymore. Cause yeah, I can't be associated professionally with whatever it is you got going on. And then Monte then turns around once again, publicly shares those DMs and blames Ashfall dude for turning Chris Avalon against him. The entire, and that's not even everything. That's just the major stuff that I remember. There is so much more to this. It is insane. All of this started because Monte was removed from a, I don't really want to say a micro mod, right? But a smaller mod project for Fallout New Vegas. All of this started because he ghosted the project for X number of months and then was rightfully removed from the project and just did not take that well. What in the Dinkelberg is this? Yeah, pretty much. Oh God. So I haven't been really like paying attention to the chat too often. I'm seeing on the multiple screens that I have for chat specifically. Monte, who's using the account Fallout: The New Kingdom, which is also, he also got into like some kind of fucking back and forth with what was it? It was him and Shadow Raven. They got into a thing with a couple of YouTubers specifically. One of them, a Moment of Sanity, and then I can't remember what the other one was, but it was so weird. He made this whole Moment of Sanity, but then the other guy, I can't remember him. The first bigger guy who like reviewed the Shadow Raven video, like, oh, is Fallout woke or Ashfall woke? But he made this whole AI it wasn't like the visuals weren't AI generated, but the voice was so blatantly AI. And it was supposed to be like this sort of like trailer-ish thing, like, oh, here's an upcoming Fallout project, and it was called Fallout: The New Kingdom. It had absolutely no visuals associated with it. And it was claiming like, oh, it's going to be this massive open world with deep, rich storytelling. It's going to have like, huge cities. You're going to be able to, traverse like fucking boundless wasteland. It's going to be like the biggest mod project in like, ever. It's going to make every other mod project combined look like dog shit, right? And it was so weird because it was the most poorly done thing I think I've ever seen. And the entire like breadth of the project was almost supposed to be like a pitch deck, right? It was like a video that you would show to a company internally to try to convince them to be a part of your project. But it was trying to get Moment of Sanity on to, I guess, do a playthrough of the mod or like do a review. It was very weird. It was very blatantly like fake, and they were just trying to do it to try to get Moment of Sanity on the hook to support something that wasn't actually real, and I guess make him look stupid. It was very strange. It was an odd project, but like not too long ago, he made the Fallout where is it? Yeah, Fallout: The New Kingdom YouTube account, and has just been using that as a troll account. He's got a bunch of them, and I have finally broken down because for a long while at this point, I've just been kind of not sitting on this information. I've kind of like talked about it like a little bit here and there, because he's definitely popped up in chat and in like the comment section a couple of times just to be like, oh, fucking, PSA, Ashfall dude is this, blah 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 blah, Ashfall dude is that, blah blah blah. And it's never a situation where he's like actually involved or like actually interested in having a conversation or talking about everything, right? It's the tactic of talking through somebody as opposed to talking to somebody, right? That's another one of the things that I really don't like about like the comment section in general, or like modern debate, or just modern communication in general. It's never about like actually engaging anybody in like substantive conversation, right? It's just about espousing a message to whoever might be listening, right? That's why when fucking Monte comes in here and is all like, oh, do you want to fucking bring All Out Monte on because he's coming back into modding and stuff like that? It's like, no, absolutely not. I don't want to bring you on to the podcast, Monte, because you're not actually interested in having a conversation. You just want to fucking emote and lie and try to prop yourself up. That's why you're not actively using your own account. You're constantly using different accounts that are that you created, sock puppet accounts that you created, just to make it seem like you have more support than you actually do. And it's sad. You spent the last two years, almost 3 at this point, constantly fucking trolling and ragging on people and spreading lies and misinformation, maybe mistruths to give a little bit of advocacy there. But like, you could have used all of this time to actually work on mod projects, to actually work on things that you are actually interested in on a creative standpoint. But you haven't. You've let this absolutely stupid vendetta consume your life completely and utterly. And I even if I were to say yes, right? I don't know what we would talk about. Because you know that I know all of this. You know that I know way more. So it's like, what would we talk about? We wouldn't talk about anything. I would try to ask, like, you know, honest, good faith conversational points. But with how you're known in the community and with how much I know, what would we talk about? We would talk about nothing. You would go on some tirade about Ashfall or about, you know, fucking Witch's Workshop or Veta Phoenix or all of these people that you have some sort of like weird obsession with Veta Phoenix specifically because you're attracted to her or whatever. All of this just absolute nonsense. And what else would we talk about? You don't have any mod projects. You don't have any like content that you're working on. The only content that you're working on is just constant trolling and harassment campaigns. You have real life stuff that is a lot more fruitful and a lot more fulfilling than whatever you got going on here. But you've fallen into this whole fucking culture war bullshit. Oh, fucking Fallout's gonna be woke. It's all fucking like we don't care if there's gay people in it, but we don't want fucking like gay people being like the story and shit like that. It's all nonsense. There's nothing credible or attributable to any sort of aspect of anything. You're not espousing anything. You're not promoting anything. You're just trying to bring people down. And it's I broke it a little bit, gamers. I've been trying for the longest time not to like bring this up on stream because one, I feel like it would just bring down the entire stream. It would bring down the entire vibe. And I feel like maybe it has. But it's like I don't know how to respond in any other way at this point. Because like it's been consistently clear for like a long time, like a long time, that you're not interested. He's not interested in like substantive conversation, and is just interested in pushing this narrative to people who aren't really even remotely not understanding, but like just don't believe you, because it's the most ridiculous shit that anybody has ever heard. Let me pull something up here real quick. Not on screen, but I wanna see if I can find something here. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Doot. It's probably not even that one. No, it's definitely not that one. The account deleted? I think the account's deleted. So it would be before that. This one? No, that was fucking Shadow Raven's one. I don't see it. I was gonna read the fucking threatening message that you sent to me over Discord to be all like, stop talking about this. Stop talking about Ashfall. Only talk to Crimson Gray. Fucking nonsense. I don't know. I don't know what more to say. I think I've said everything I need to say. Because like again, he's not listening. He's not interested in listening. He's not interested in holding up a conversation. It's just about trying to say whatever it is he's trying to say to the camera. And then nothing else. All right. Well, that's about it. We'll be back 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. More Baldur's Gate 3. Maybe I'll do a little bit of off screen, make a little progress on here since we got a little derailed here. Like, follow, share, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Hit the follow button if you're on Twitch. If you're on TikTok, hit the follow button as well. Helps me out a whole hell of a lot. Check out the latest episode of the Adam Cast. We sat down and interviewed Bobby Bear, the lead creator of Commonwealth Online, a co-op Fallout 4 multiplayer gaming experience. Live testing right now. Fantastic looking mod. Seems like it's pretty dope. Links are in socials. We'll be back 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Good shit, good shit, good shit. We've been trying to reach you about your spell slots extended warranty. I know. But we'll be back tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Y'all have a good night. God fucking damn it. Monte, fucking go back to the arcade. You got more important shit to worry about. Y'all have a good night.